He's going to try to move it up. Where are you going, Tippett? Owen Tippett, give your ball. Oh, my God. He got absolutely rocked. Went to the goddamn ceiling. Oh, Shorzy, you were alone. Shorzy, fresh out of the box, absolutely lays into Owen Tippett. This is unbelievable. This is the greatest hit I think I've ever seen in NHL history. He lines him up. Beeline to Owen Tippett. Oh, my God. He went to the moon. He went to the goddamn moon. That is the strength that Shorzy has to absolutely skyrocket that man. It was like a home run. Look at him get launched into the air like an absolute child. Owen Tippett, man, you got to retire from the NHL after that. That is completely embarrassing. 20 seconds to go. Raycroft gets a breakaway. What a save by Pekka Pasta. Get back in your net. Get back in your goddamn net, laddie. I honestly have no idea how there was a breakaway even for him. Nelson, what a stretch pass. How? Defenseman, how do you allow that man to get by you? Two of these dumbasses just allow, Raycroft, number 19, to get by them all alone on the breakaway. Game 7, 10 seconds. The Kings are down by 1. It's 1-on-1 with Pekka Pasta for all the marbles. Send it to overtime or you lose in the second round. Raycroft coming in and he gets fucking stone cold robbed. Oh my God. Oh wow. The chances of that going in were probably more likely than not. It literally hit my arm. I should have either went for the flying poke check sooner or just made the save because he was... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are live yet again in Ottawa. The last game of the road trip, which has been absolutely pathetic so far. We've only won one game against the New York Rangers, who, conveniently enough, at that time never scored a home goal. Regardless, in Ottawa to round out to round out the road trip, and it's Adam Henrique's 1,000th game played. Shout out to Rico. He was a big part of our back-to-back cup runs. Not the greatest player now. Nonetheless, we're going to celebrate him tonight and hopefully pick up a much-needed 2 points. How are we today? Ottawa, game 4 of the road trip. And then there it is. My PlayStation 5 is too hot. What? Hold up. Why is my PlayStation so hot? It was literally off all day. Uh-oh, chat. This might not be good. If my PlayStation continues to run hot, there might be no fix for that. Put $500 in the Senators to win. Nice, brother. Nice. All right, chat. We're ready to go. We're waiting for puck drop. We got Louis DeBrusque and what's his name? I cannot remember his name. Too much dust in the PS5, dude. I literally bought it in November. It's crazy. I don't know why it's so hot. It shouldn't be. It should be good to go, although it does feel pretty hot. I got a cooling fan underneath it, but I don't think that's still working. Did I hear about Robert Clark? I did not know. I fixed the PS5 problem by buying a cooling fan. I have a cooling fan now. It wasn't on. It was not on. I just turned it on. Hopefully that's going to have some sort of effect on it. And in the end, we can actually do this watch party live stream. Also, big game by the big guns tonight. McDavid and Leon have to get going. It's been 4 games of the road trip of complete mediocrity. And I mean, last game pretty much summed it all up, right? Leon Draisaitl to tie the game on a breakaway. Literally just mishandles the puck. Doesn't get it back. They go down and score. That's the way the season has started so far. Oilers should separate McDry. I believe they are together tonight. Again, I think they're on the top line. I need to check out the lineup. Daily face-off. Welcome back. All right, we're going to do... we'll do Edmonton and then... Right, I got to remember the Ottawa lineup too. All right, so we got Podsy on the top line with Leon and Connor. They did that in the last game against Detroit. Mangiapane with Nuge and Roslovic. Then we got Freddie, Noah Philp, and Matt Savoy. Ike Howard being buried on the fourth line. I mean, the dude's going to see the AHL at some point. I don't think he's really necessarily NHL ready. Doesn't look that great. He's made some good plays here and there, but he'll be alongside Henrique and Tomashik, Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, and Wallman. Right, we get Jake Wallman back tonight. That's going to be big for our D-core. And then we're going to go Emerson and Kulak. And I believe Stu gets the start tonight. Stu between the pipes. And for the Ottawa Senators, let's take a look here. They got Timmy with Cousins and Batherson. Batherson playing the wing. Giroux alongside Pinto and Amadio. Cousins, Greg, and Perron. And then Zetterlund, Larzeller, and Oli Leixel? Sanderson, Zub, Shabbat, Jensen, Matt and Paulo alongside Tyler Clevin. And then in goal, it will be Linus Allmark between the pipes. Quinton Musty, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member, as well as Mikey Sports 1988. Welcome, boys. What is good? How are we today? Fun fact, this is the first time any players have played their 1,000th game while in an Oilers sweater. That is facts. I saw that somewhere. That is 100% facts. That means Messier and Gretzky both did not play their 1,000th game in an Oilers uniform. Kind of weird to think about, but, I mean, it's true. I've returned. You're welcome, bro. Your Discord link is invalid. Oh, my God, man. I think it's because I had that ready to go from yesterday. All right, I'll post a new Discord link. Pin it at the top of the chat. There we go. We got the national anthems on board now. PlayStation should be fine. You know what? I was thinking that noise was my PC. It might be my PlayStation 5. Hold up, chat. While we got the national anthems on, I'm going to try moving some stuff. Try to get more air to my PlayStation. It is pushing pretty hard. Dude, I literally... Last November, it hasn't even been a year with this PlayStation. And already I got this shit happening. I bought it literally last year. Told my teacher to screw off. Oh, here we go again. Hey, Pastor, what's up, Cam York guy? How you doing, buddy? Canadian Tire Center. I was there well over a year ago at this point. Here we are. Last game of the road trip up against the Senators. Praying for a massive victory. We need to win. Go back to home ice against Montreal on Thursday. And hopefully regroup from there. Henry could retire after the season. Good. I think it's probably time for Rico to hang him up. He looks a little bit too slow out there. Struggling to keep up. I mean, the dude is what, 36 years old, I think? 36, 37? He's not a spring chicken. Not at all. Did I see the guy in the Habs game? I did not. What guy? Did I see that guy in the Habs game? A very vague comment. All right. We got McDavid, Dry, and Henrique. Henrique out there to take the draw on his 1,000th game in the National Hockey League. We are underway. Ekholm pounds it in deep. Everybody type Rico in the chat. First Oiler ever to play his 1,000th game in uniform. I'm expecting a big game from McDavid and Dry. As we're going to have to regroup. Bouchard turns it over. Uh-oh, here we go. Who is that coming in? Amadio going back door. Nice play there by Ekholm. Ekholm's going to break up that 2-on-1. McDavid stops up. Hands it off to Draisaitl. Over to Henrique. Taking a shot. Saved by Allmark. I think they're just rolling out Henrique on that top line for the first shift. After that, it'll probably go back to normal. Todd Colson. That's Wallman, my bad. He can't keep it in. And here come the Senators the other way. Good job by Nurse rubbing off Michael Amadio, number 22 of the Ottawa Senators. Bouchard turns it over. Yep, sounds about right. Pair Wallman with Bouchard. We got Wallman alongside Nurse right now. And then I believe Emerson and Kulak as our third pairing defense. Ekholm and Bouchard, they play well together. They got good chemistry. The stream is 5 seconds behind. It is not 5 seconds behind. It is zero delay at all. Maybe there's a little bit of a YouTube delay, but I'm watching the game on cable. We got 18:41, 18:40, 18:39 remaining here in the first period. Timmy Stu goes cross-ice to Cousins. The workhorse from Whitehorse. Never forget his World Junior performance. Bit of sloppy hockey back and forth early on in the first period. 18:20 remaining. Shots are 1-0 Edmonton. I think the alone shot of the game was Adam Henrique. That was it. All right. Nice turnover there created. Ottawa, never mind. It was offside. The Ottawa Senators, bad turnover in their own zone, but the puck came out. Matt Savoy had that puck on his stick. It's Adam Henrique's 1,000th game. What does Bouchard like to turn it over so much? I could defend better than him? Definitely not, no. In the National Hockey League, with those guys coming at you, you would not know what to do. You guys don't realize it because you're watching it on TV, but in person, hockey's really fast, chat. Especially at the best level of the NHL. Like, these guys don't look that fast on TV. Man, in person, it's just bing, 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 bing. The puck is from one tape to another. It's almost seamless. It's weird. All right, 17:55. Ottawa breaking it out of their own zone. Perron to Pinto. And the play is dead. That's not Pinto. That is Nick Cousins. Oh, somebody got to lay out Nick Cousins. I don't want to start that BS already, but man. Freddie, go after him. Thoughts on Calgary Flames? There's my thoughts. Complete trash. 1-0 Ottawa win in a shootout. Oh, lose Twitch. Don't do it to me, brother. Don't do it to me. Chat, we don't need to jinx. We don't have to. How are the Katanas doing? The who? The huh? Katanas. 17:52. We got a face-off inside the zone, I believe. We're actually outside of our own zone. I don't know. They're literally showing Chris Knobloch, who has been getting a little bit of criticism for the way he's deploying the lineup. One thing I don't like is how he, mid-game, after one period, if it's not working, he just immediately flips the lines. Like, you're playing with the new guys pretty much every third or fourth shift, and it's hard to really build some chemistry when guys are all over the lineup like that, as the puck is going to be dropped at center ice. Flames are dead last in the entire NHL. That Dustin Wolf regression, who could have saw that coming? He's not going to carry them to, not a wild card spot, but damn close. Jake Wallman behind the net. Definitely missed him early on in the season. We got Philp out there alongside Savoy. The young guys, and then Ike Howard is on the fourth line with Rico. Up the middle, Matt Savoy into the zone. Gets bumped off the puck. Trent Frederick picks it up. Philp trying to go backdoor feed. What a save by Linus Ullmark. The biggest save of the game so far. Backdoor tap-in with Trent Frederick potentially getting his second of the season. I mean, it was a good play by Edmonton. Here comes Lars Eller. Lars Eller is still playing hockey? Jesus, man. Like Sell. Nice block shot there by Edmonton. Get it out, Leo. Through that neutral zone. Trying to hand it over to McDavid. McDavid looks a lot quicker tonight. But obviously, nothing has happened so far. Evan Bouchard back at his own blue line. Over to Ekholm, who's going to dump it in deep. 16:43 remaining. Draisaitl trying to feed it down low again. Turnovers have killed us, especially by our best player. Shot by Bouchard. Saved by Linus Ullmark. Draisaitl. Saucing it in front. McDavid takes a shot. There it is. Finally. Oh my God. It brings a tear to my eye and a smile to my face. Seeing Connor McDavid actually rip that puck. That was almost like a one-timer by Davo as well. Podkolzin hands it back to Bouchard. Nice breakout feed. McDavid, give and go. Edmonton slanging that biscuit around right now. Podkolzin over to Ekholm. Back in deep to McDavid. He's going to lose possession of it. Eki keeps it in, but Ottawa is going to skate out of their own zone, and they're going to dump it in deep. Hawks look like a fun team. Yeah, they definitely they look a lot funner than they have been in the Bedard era so far. They're obviously a little bit better than they were. Their young guys have gotten better, especially Nazar. If San Jose gets the first pick, they're going to be a super team. They might be. But you got to remember, they have to offside on the play. Who was over? Was it Timmy? It was Stützle. You got to remember there's a salary cap, chat. They're going to have issues paying a lot of guys when the time comes. It's all looking fine now until you got Celebrini wanting 14, 15 mil. Will Smith wants 13, 14. Like, these guys, with the salary cap the way it's going, they're going to want more and more money. Is McJesus going to get his first of the season? You know what? That's my hot take for the game. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I think Connor scores his first. My lone prediction for this hockey game. Tim Stützle goes cross ice all the way to Nick Jensen. Dumps it in deep. Suzuki, Jack, I have so much ad points. So much or have as much points as McDavid and Leon. How many does Jack Eye have? Why are you throwing him into that list? Does he have like 2? Like 1, and then Suzuki's got like 7 or 9? I mean, McDavid's still over point per game with not scoring a single goal all season long. Chad, it's 6 games. Let's not overreact to the season. The shit I've been seeing on Twitter has been crazy. Nice breakout pass. Jack Roslovic is going to take his time. Edmonton going for a change. Brett Kulak hands it off to Nurse. In his own end, stretch pass. Doesn't get through. That was Rico trying to pick that up. The fourth line is out there now. Rico, Henrique. Why am I saying Rico and Henrique? That is literally the same person. Ike Howard, Adam Henrique, and Tomashik, who's been demoted down to the fourth line. Funny enough, I thought Philp was going to be scratched after scoring a goal. Chris Knobloch tends to love to do that. Here we go. Edmonton rolling through that neutral zone with a bit more speed, especially Adam Henrique. He looks fully juvenated for his 1,000th game in the National Hockey League. Perron's going to take his time. Throwing up the middle. They turn it over, though. Jake Wallman. Oh, it was in his feet. It was in his feet, laddie. McDavid on pace for 0 goals. Yes, he's on pace for 0 goals in the regular season and 83 assists. Or like 87 assists, something like that. Nice breakout pass. Matt Savoy. He's going to get the line and dump it in deep. Did Pickard start for the Detroit game? No. It was Stu. Pickard got, he got the New Jersey game. Yeah. He got that game, and then the week before that, he got against Vancouver, I believe. Bouchard back for it. Trying to play it off the wall. He's going to regroup. Ekholm. Come on, Ekholm. You got to get it out of your own zone. You got to get it out of your own zone. I cannot talk, man. I gotta do some, like, speaking lessons before I start doing these watch parties. It's tough sometimes. Get there, Savoy. Beat out that icing. Matt Savoy beats out the icing. First on that puck. Down low behind the net. He's going to cycle it back to Philp. Noah Philp right now is goal per game. On pace for 82 goals in the regular season. Bad turnover by Dry. Senators are going to dump it in. They were a 1-on-3. And that was Likesell. Licksell? Chat, is it Likesell or Licksell? Point per game is so good. How would McDavid be washed? Leo, he's going to stop up. Hands it down low to Podsy. Back to Dry. Dry again is just force-feeding McDavid down low. And that's two turnovers back and forth of Shane Pinto. Stu's going to glove that one down pretty easily. It's Licksell. All right, Licksell. Philp has 2 goals in 2 games, but a form of 41. Yep. He's getting his ass scratched. Chris Knobloch does not like goal scoring, especially when the Edmonton Oilers desperately need it right now. All right, we got our first commercial break of the hockey game. All right, Amadio's 22. I got to remember that. Cousins, Greg, I know all that. Lars Zeller, 89 is going to be tough to remember. Zetterlund, I'll know. Licksell's 15. On the back end, 33 is Nicholas Matimpalo. That's going to be tough. Clevin, everybody else is fine. Zub. All good. Fuck scoring goals. Yeah, maybe chat. You guys ever think maybe Connor McDavid just doesn't want to score any goals? Mario, Vegas Golden Knights legend. Miss him so much. We got to slow down with the legend tag, chat. We're just slipping that around like we do generational talent. Fabian Zetterlund going to score a huge goal to cut the lead to 7. Hopefully that will be the case. We will be up 7-0, and then Fabian Zetterlund will get one in the third period. And we can recreate the meme. Adam Oates, Oilers legend. Hot take, McDavid 30-goal season. Troy Stetcher, Red Wings legend. Stetcher played for the Wings? I don't remember that. That would be cutting the lead to 6. You're right. Math was not mathing there, Sider. Shane Pinto for Ottawa leads the NHL in goals with 7. See, this is what I mean, Chad. We're so insanely early on in the season. Everybody just overreacts to every little thing. It's crazy. 82 games is a lot of games. It is a lot of games. I don't think any of what has happened in October is going to stand for the rest of the season. Except for maybe Jack Eichel winning the Hart. That could potentially happen. He's now got Marner on his wing. Barbashev, or not Barbashev, Dorofayev's going off. So who knows? Maybe he ends up winning the Art Ross and the Hart Trophy. Ottawa's in the offensive zone. Timmy Stu diving again and drawing a power play. All right. Tim Stützle, funny enough. And it's Darnell Nurse taking the penalty. Well, some things never change. Some things really never change. Cam York's on pace for 82 apples. Ryan Smith, Oilers legend. Let's see it here. That's a nudge by Nurse, and of course Timmy Stu goes down like the soft German that he is. Doiver. Nurse did not cross-check him hard there. That was a little bump draft. Jack Campbell, Oilers legend. Yeah, we paid him, what, 5x5, I think it was? We ended up buying that contract out by like year 3. What a great idea, eh? All right, first power play for Ottawa. Tim Stützle, nice block shot there by Savoy. As the Oilers are going to... Yeah, Oilers are going to clear that puck down the length of the ice. 12 minutes remaining here in the first period. Jake Sanderson. Doesn't have anybody to drop that puck back to. Nice pressure by Edmonton on the PK. Oh my God, go. All alone, Mangiapane. Short-handed on the PK. And he doesn't even get a shot on net. He tried going to his backhand and he just fanned on that puck. Oh my God, man. We cannot buy a goal right now. Goals are very hard to come by. Good PKing so far by Edmonton. We clear it out of the zone yet again. McDavid out there on the PK. Dylan Cousins. Over to Timmy. Timmy's through. Timmy Stu or Timmy Stew? Hands it off. Here comes Claude Giroux into the offensive zone. Nail Yakupov, Oilers legend. Henrique scoring this game. Maybe. It would be fitting. His 1K game. Tomas Chabot. Going to carry that puck out of his own zone. Hands it off to Giroux. A little bit of a give and go. Nice breakup by Evan Bouchard, though. Back over to Zetterlund. On that half wall, he hands it off to Giroux. Down low. Back to Giroux. Ottawa moving around in the offensive zone. They want to go low to high. Low to high is pretty much every NHL team's power play. McDavid sauces it over. We got a little bit of a 2-on-2 forming here. Ottawa's back, though. Draisaitl sauces it. McDavid with the shot and a good save by Linus Ullmark. What a pass by Leon Draisaitl. Right on the tape of Connor. Zetterlund through the middle. Trying to deke through. Not going to get a shot on net, though. Giroux is first on that puck. Who is number 89? 89 is Lars Eller. I keep getting that man mixed up. I don't know why. I just do not believe it's Lars Eller. I refuse to believe that he's playing in the NHL in 2025. Greg Batherson is going to stop up at the line. Curls back, puts it in deep. Levin's got to go in after it. Defenseman in the corner. Ottawa gains possession. Timmy Stu down low. Plays it back to the line. They're moving it around, and then it's out of the zone easily. Good killing so far by Edmonton. Back to even strength. 9:37 remaining here in the first period as the Ottawa Senators. Is that going to be icing? No icing on the play. The puck just stopped a little bit short. Bouchard, nice breakout pass to Connor. McDavid through that offensive zone. Hands it off to Ekholm. Hodsey trying to find Davo. Doesn't get it to him, though. And here come the Senators the other way. A 2-on-1 brewing. A bad pinch by Leo. Saved by Stu on Shane Pinto. Beautiful save by Stuart Foreskin Skinner. Ottawa's going to dump that in deep again. Stu out to play it. Passes it off to Eki. Mattias Ekholm just flicks it into the neutral zone. Sanderson's going to take his time. Dump it in deep. None other than Shane Pinto. We had 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first period. Shots are 4-2 for Edmonton. Still, no score in the hockey game. Nick Jensen behind his own net. Big stretch pass. Gonna get it in deep, though. Great Jake Wallman in after it. Ottawa hard on that forecheck right now. Nugent Hopkins out there with Monjo and Jack Roslovic. But Ottawa has that puck. Get there, Roslovic. Chips it off the wall, and it's out of the zone. No icing on the play. Chabot has to go back for it. He's going to leave that puck for Fabian Zetterlund. Zetterlund is leading a lot of the breakouts for Ottawa. Not something I expected to see. 15, who was 15? 15 is Lixell. Oh my god. It's literally just Lars Eller and Lixell. Both of them are just messing me up right now. Every single time I see them touch the puck, I got no idea. Obviously voted for Ottawa. Obviously Devs, eh? Darnell Nurse. Nice stretch pass out of the zone. Trent Frederick cannot handle it though. We got 3 forwards deep, and here come the Senators. None other than Montempalo behind the net. Good hit there by Nick Cousins on Darnell Nurse. Turnover. Perron takes a shot. Good save by Stu. Second chance. And Skinner will cover it up. 15. Who's 15? What do you mean by that? Whoa. Whoa, Sider. Draisaitl also ass. I don't know. He's not skating a lot. Turning the puck over a lot, too. Best save of the game by Stu. He's been dialed in early on. He has been dialed in. Oilers are playing faster. Yes. They are looking a whole lot faster tonight. Especially McDavid. We're moving the puck a lot better, too. Our passes are way more crisp. They're not bobbling over sticks or just too far ahead, too far behind. They're hitting tapes just like they should. Sider, where's the third? Where's the third what? Tell that to the Lobsters. Easy win for Ottawa. Shut up, Devs. You guys literally have given up the most goals in the National Hockey League this season. Let's take a look here. Funny enough, NHL.com. Let's check the Ottawa Senators this year. Let's see how many goals they've given up. Let's go the entire league. Ottawa right now is in 28th place. And they are a -10 on the season. And goals against, they have given up 30 goals against. For reference, the next closest is Calgary with 27. San Jose's got 25. LA 24. There's not a lot of teams in the 20s. And the Ottawa Senators are the only team that has 30 goals against this season. Damn. What do you think about me hating the Oilers but being from Edmonton? Who do you cheer for? Are you like a Flames fan that was like born and raised in Calgary, moved to Edmonton, and you're just riding with your team? It's still October, kid. The funniest thing is Dev's calling me a kid. The Sens gave up 30, but we still better? Better at what? Better at what exactly? Better at defending? Hell no. Look at that. Edmonton is a whole 1 point ahead of Ottawa. We're just the better team. What is there to say? We've only given up 18 goals, but the problem is we've only scored 15. That is our issue right now. 15's low. Is there any team under 15? Florida's got 15. And St. Louis as well. And then Calgary's only scored 12. San Jose 13. Crazy. All right, we got 7:13 remaining. Brett Kulak back for it. He's going to go D to D. Stretch pass out. Edmonton playing with that puck. Our puck movement looks a whole lot better this game. It is noticeable early on. We're just moving it a lot better. Maybe a bit more chemistry with the lineup that we have tonight. Brett Kulak in his own zone. Feeds up the middle, and he turns it over. Here comes Cousins. Trying to get to his forehand, and he doesn't get a shot on net. Tomashik, take your time. Smart play. That was not really the smartest play. Ty Emerson. Going to go D to D to Kulak. Brett Kulak, take your time. There we go. The Ottawa Senators are going for a change, so that means dumping in deep, baby. We got Henrique out there with Howard and Tomashik. The fourth line of the Edmonton Oilers going to work right now. Shots are 5-3 for Ottawa. We got 6:20 remaining here in the first. Ike Howard through that neutral zone, trying to protect that puck. Howard trying to get a shot on net, but he had Lars Eller all over his ass back-checking him. Again, it's just every single time I see 89. It is just not a familiar number for me. I don't know why. Zetterlund gonna get the line. He didn't get the line. That's got to be icing. No icing on the play. Lixell is in there. First on the puck with Wallman and Darnell Nurse. He's gonna wrap around on Stu. Good save by Skinner. Lars Eller moves it down low to Lixell. Turns that puck over. Tomashik. There we go. Ike Howard one-on-one. See, Ike Howard is just doing way too much. He's got to get that puck in deep. He can't try to deke that guy out every single time he has the puck on a one-on-one. It doesn't work. That's why he's going to spend some time in the minors, and he'll get better. McDavid from his own end. Connor McDavid passes it off to Ekholm. Matthias Ekholm chips it in deep. Draisaitl out there after. We got Dry, Podsy, and McDavid. The top line of Edmonton. We got 3 deep right now. I don't necessarily love that. The odd man rushes have absolutely killed us early on. McDavid hands it off to Bouchard. Bouchard, nice little toe drag. Tried to get it through. Couldn't get a shot on net. Back to the line. And Podkolzin sent a fucking grenade to Matthias Ekholm. Holy shit, dude. You do not need to bomb it at him like that. No wonder he couldn't contain himself. That was a piss missile. Ekholm behind his own net. He's going to take his time. Hands it off to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard. Cross ice to Podsy. Podsy's in the zone. Now Podkolzin turns it over. And here come the Senators the other way. Dylan Cousins, stay on your feet, you little rat. 4:30 remaining. It's been a back and forth game so far. Too far ahead of Emerson. And here come the Senators. They are offside. Dad, did that Eichel guy always play for Vegas? Why was Tomashik scratched last game? He didn't deserve it? I don't know. I think we're trying to figure out what our lineup should be right now. I don't think Chris Knobloch really knows what he's doing right now. What is Savoy doing? What are you talking about? What did Savoy do? Edmonton doesn't deserve McDavid. Do not compare me to a Leaf fan. Kulak, the unk. Edmonton did have a 12-year playoff drought. Yeah. See, the problem is kids nowadays, they don't know that, right? They're too young to actually have been watching hockey back then. They don't know about the decade of darkness in Edmonton before McDavid rolled up. Even with Yakupov, Nuge, and Hall, they were still not a good team. Not a good team at all. It wasn't until Connor arrived in town that things started to change. Can you tell me about Patrick Kane's prime with the Red Wings? Prime Patty Kane on the Detroit Red Wings. What can you say? What was my original favorite team? Edmonton. I never had a favorite team. Literally my only team that I've ever supported was the Edmonton Oilers. I like players. Like, I was more attached to players. Like, I was a big Bobby Lou fan. Obviously loved Sid, Ovi, all those young guns from the 2000s. But no, I never had a hockey team. My dad's weird. He's always been a Colorado fan, but he watches more Leaf games than anybody I know. My brother likes the Leafs. My grandfather's a Leaf fan as well. I'm fucking surrounded. It's unbelievable. You were like a casual? No, I was not a casual. I just enjoyed hockey. Like, I played it since I was 3 years old. I always watched it. I just never really had a team. Like, I never had a team that I connected to, that I was like, that's my team, ride or die. It just never happened. I was more so just, like, following players. Like, I remember watching a lot of Canuck games during the Bobby Lou run in 2011. Obviously, I remember 2009 with Crosby. Like, I never had a team. And then McDavid rolled around, and I was like, you know what? McDavid was like my guy entering the league, and I was watching every single Edmonton game. I was like, I'm going to become an Edmonton fan. Fuck it. I don't have a team. Might as well get one. Better late than ever, huh? Favorite MLB team, the Jays. 08 over 09? No bias? No bias. Marian Hossa, shit end of the stick, eh? He would have had, what, 5 Stanley Cup rings if he was just flip-flopped those 2 seasons? All right, Edmonton power play. Let's get back to the game here. Favorite MLB team, the Jays. I'm not the biggest Jays fan. At least you never became a Leaf fan. I was close, man. I mean, I was surrounded by them all. It was hard not to be. All right, big power play for Edmonton. We can take the lead in the game. McDavid needs some help on the wall. Help him out, boys. We are outnumbering Ottawa. There's no reason we should ever be outnumbered on the power play. Ottawa being very aggressive here in the PK early on. Draisaitl hand it off Bouchard. Bouchard over to Dry. That's a risky play. Tomashik, we look really clustered right now. McDavid, he's got a lot of room. Connor McDavid behind the net. He's going to wait. Walking out is McDavid. McDavid again, holding on to it. Shoot that puck, Connor. Down low, Nurse. That's not Nurse. That's Nugent Hopkins, you dumbass. Nice pinch by Evan Bouchard. Out. Moving it. Oh, my God. McDavid. There it is. The Hot Take City. Connor McDavid scores his first of the season. Everybody can shut the fuck up now. It is a power play marker. Nugent Hopkins, one-timer over to McDavid, and it's in the back of the net, baby. Jays are going to get swept. Stoner, respectfully, shut the fuck up. There we go. Davo's on the board. Everybody can shut the hell up. You could tell McDavid was looking for it this game. You really could. I thought Nuge took a little bit too long behind the net to get that out to Connor, but beautiful shot by McDavid. And the boys on the board, baby. Is your family the type of people who think Maselli is a 100-point scorer? No. I don't think my dad really knows who Matthias Maselli is. I'll be honest. He's not a delusional Leaf fan. He's not. I don't understand it. He was always a Colorado fan my entire lifetime. But then I've noticed like the past 3-4 years, all he does is watch Leaf games. That's all he does. He doesn't even watch Colorado anymore. He's like hopped over to the Leafs. I guess I understand it. His dad was a Leaf fan as well. But dude, the Avs were always his team. I don't know. I don't know. Past it, this is going to be my Dave O'Glaze season. All right. 255. We got a 1-0 lead finally, playing with an advantage. This is new. Edmonton looks a lot better in this game against the Senators. I don't know if that's because Ottawa's just that bad compared to the other teams we've been playing, but we look faster, moving the puck a lot better. Davo's on the board, got a goal already in the game. Good defending so far. We killed off a penalty kill. Timmy Stu, he's going to curl back in the offensive zone. He's under pressure, and he plays it out of the zone. Levin's going to have to go back for it. Skating through that neutral zone. Dump and chase type of hockey. Why the Avs so random? The Avs were a very good team in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know why the Avs, though. I don't think I ever asked them that. Nice turnover by Matt Savoy. Savoy the other way. Shot on Linus Allmark. Easy save there by Allmark, though. 2 minutes and 7 seconds remain in the first period. Shots are all knotted up at 5. And it is a 1-0 lead for Edmonton. Stu out to play the puck. Going to bounce off the board. Savoy again. Savoy looks good. It's only a matter of time until Matt Savoy gets on the board. Nice pass there. Frederick into the zone. Centering it out in front. Good back check by the rat. That is Nick Cousins. Absolute scumbag. He's going to get the line. Dump it in deep. Ekholm back for it. Please, somebody just lay out Cousins. Just once. I just want to see him laying on his back at one point during this hockey game. There we go, Ike Howard. Dump and chase hockey, buddy. We as in everyone. The AI game is so realistic. Skinner got pulled. Ah, shut the fuck up. Here come the Senators. Fabian Zetterlund getting rubbed off by Jake Wallman. Ike Howard, good coverage defensively. Tomashik hands it over, and is that a penalty? A holding on who? I think it was on an Edmonton player, right? Yep. The Oilers head to the PK yet again. 2 minutes for holding. I think it was Ike Howard. I think it was. So he's a bandwagon? Who's a bandwagon? You Oilers got lucky with that goal. You got lucky with the best player in the league scoring a goal, right? Was it Tomashik? Where's the hold? No, it was Ike Howard. I was right originally. My dad started watching more Leaf games around the past 2 to 3 years, and now he became a full-hearted Leafs fan. Yeah, my dad has pretty much done the same thing. Like, Colorado will play the same exact night, and he won't watch the Avs game. Maybe because it's on a little bit later, but still. He'll watch the Leaf game. Every single Leaf game he watches. All right, we got to kill off this penalty. 1 minute and 10 seconds remain. Claude Giroux, he wants to feed that bumper. It is Tim Stützle in the bumper position right now. Dylan Cousins puts it in deep. There it is. Timmy Stu trying to backhand pass over to Drake Batherson, but a little bit too far ahead of him. Sanderson bobbles it at the line, and they are forced to regroup. We got McDavid and Dry out there killing penalties. I like it. I like it, although their ice time is going to be up a little bit higher than it usually is. Jake Sanderson puts it in deep. Saved by Stu. There's a rebound. McDavid trying to get it out of his own zone. Ty Emerson just pounds it down the ice, baby. He was the reason why I stayed a Sabres fan most of my life. Crazy how he plays awful, then gets pulled, and then gets a shutout. I mean, he's always been a bounce-back goaltender. He's always been good at bouncing back after a very bad game. I'm not surprised. Oh, my God. That puck just floated through. Drake Batherson in the middle. Shane Pinto can't get a handle on it. We got 10 seconds left here in the first. Batherson down low. Pinto trying to feed Cousins. Batherson again. Going down low. Across. Nice. Stick in the right place. Jake Wallman's going to skate it out. And the Edmonton Oilers are going to get out of the period with a 1-0 lead. W's in the chat for that. Just curious, how old is my dad? My dad, 65. I think he's 65. 64, 65. Somewhere in that category, I believe. Is your dad a bandwagon? I wouldn't call him a bandwagon. I don't know. Maybe he's not an Avs fan anymore. I mean, they won the cup in 21. They've been a good team consistently for like half a decade now. I don't know. He's got a couple Patrick Waugh jerseys. Maybe he was a big fan of him. Who knows? So he was alive for the Leafs last cup. Yeah, he was born in 1962. 62 or 63. I think he was born in 62. Yeah. Is it weird that I'm 15 and my dad's 60? It's not weird. It just means you might have been in an accident. That was a little fucked up to say, but guess what? I can say it because I was as well. I was not planned. Drunk at the lounge, Cross Lake, LMAO. Rip Chell, bro. You can't say that, dude. How can I say that? Chat, I can say that because I'm a mistake as well. Bro, that was fucked. It's not fucked. It happens. Babies are born and they weren't meant to be. But hey, they're here now. Someone banned pasta. Hot takes. All right, chat. Let me take a look here. Do we have enough jerseys that we can rate? We got 1, 2. We only got 3 jerseys, chat. I think we go to the hot takes. Type hot takes in the chat if we should do it. Cross Lake, C Nation. You weren't a mistake? No, I was. I 100% was. I was born 15 years after my youngest brother. Most definitely was a mistake. I was not planned. I was too not planned by my parents, but I'm grateful every day that I was in fact born. Yeah, some of us don't hold that same opinion. I'm pretty sure I was a mistake. Listen, chat, being a mistake is not a bad thing. It doesn't really mean anything now. It just means that you were not planned to happen. Go back to heaven? Who said I was in heaven? Chat, is reincarnation real? You guys believe in that? Okay, we're going down. We're opening a can of worms right now. Let's go to the hot takes. Hot takes, baby. All right. Nope, wrong screen. Let me change the screen. Are we good? All right, hot takes, baby. All right, where do we leave off on, chat? What was the last hot take that we All right, it was the Buffalo one. Anze Kopitar, that one, yes. Rocket Richard, we done that one. Okay, here it is. Josh Allen is hot. All right. Sportsnet over TSN? Genuinely, I'd probably agree, yeah. Although TSN during the World Juniors are really... They got a lot of aura then, chat. Bob McKenzie, James Dutchy, all the gang. Gord Miller on commentary. I thought we were going to get Gord Miller tonight. Unfortunately, not the case. Ryan Getzlaf had a better career than Jonathan Toews. Okay, interesting. Getzlaf has 1,019 points in 1,157 games. Toews got 883 in 1,067. Getzlaf was more productive, consistent center throughout his career. I think the peak of Jonathan Toews and the fact that he's got a Conn Smythe and he was like one of the best players, arguably the best on those Cup teams, that would probably put him over the top. I mean, prime Getzlaf was never on the level of Jonathan Toews, but he was consistent. Also, Getzlaf did not play that long. How many years did he play? Like 13, 14? He retired when? I think it was 2020? 21? It was like Trevor Zegers' rookie season, I believe. And he could have had a few more... Oh my fuck, slow down. He could have had a few more seasons left in the National Hockey League, but unfortunately... he decided to leave. I wouldn't go that far. I'd still rank Toews above him. I think defensively as well, Jonathan Toews was a lot better than Ryan Getzlaf, so you got to put that into perspective. Hot take nonetheless. I prefer TSN. Pros and cons of TSN. All right, you guys are just replaying or replying to the same thing. Rico was sent down, scratched after today's game. That will not happen. Sens will be second at the end of the season. The same Senators that have given up 30 goals to start the season. Not a shot, Devs. Not a shot in hell, buddy. Larkin, 100-point season. That is a flaming hot take. A flaming hot take. What do we think, chat? Do we think Dylan Larkin goes off? I mean, honestly, the Red Wings might need a 100-point season if they want to make the playoffs. I think you skipped a couple. No, these are just replies to previous ones. Larkin, 100-point season. I don't really see happening. 80, 90 points, though. I think that's definitely on the board for the captain of the Red Wings. Dorofeyev for the Rocket. Yeah, I mean, at this point, if Dorofeyev continues to score like this is not even a hot take. The dude is on fire to start the season. He scored 30 last year. He's still extremely young at only, 24 years old, I believe. He's 24, 23. He's not even in his prime yet. And yet, there it is. He's scoring 30, 40-goal seasons. If the Oilers do not win the Cup by the end of McDavid's second year in the extension, he will leave Edmonton. I disagree. He's going to stay for the 3 years. Well, actually, that would make sense. He signed a 2-year deal, yeah. So I fully believe it depends on what happens, right? Like, say if we're in the Cup Finals every year and we're consistently, like, still a great hockey team, there could be a chance that he re-signs. But it will be very disappointing with all the salary cap that he left on the table if Edmonton does not get a Stanley Cup, because that is a lot of leeway to work with if you're Stan Bowman. You can definitely, not this season, it's not really going to affect this year, but next season and the year after that, it's really going to be a lot of salary cap space for the Oilers and for Stan Bowman to work with. So we'll see what he does. If we have like 3 disappointing years back to back to back, he's probably gone, yes. And then finally, Detroit is a Swedish team. Don't exactly know what you mean about that, but sure. Detroit is a Swedish hockey team. Wow, I literally can't talk today. I don't know what it is. I was recording all day today and I was fine, but I get on live stream and I get a little bit stage fright, laddie. Did Marshy get a goal? Did oh my God, Brad Marchand? No, he didn't. He didn't score. Brad Marchand did not score. I thought he got a goal. I meant the Atlantic. Yeah, Devs. We know. Your hot takes are hot ass. Eric Stahl was probably one of the players, one of the best players of his generation, if you really think about it. He was very underrated. He had like a 5-year slump, but then he went to Minnesota and was it like a 40-goal scorer, I believe, in 18-19. He had a solid career. He won the Cup as a captain of Carolina when he was really, really young, and he was a great player. Then Carolina kind of got deep into the dumps. He didn't play a lot of great hockey. It was like 5 years. Let me take a look at Eric Stahl's NHL career. There was like a 5-6 year gap where he was objectively not a good player. Eric Stahl. Definitely one of the guys that is not really remembered. I don't really hear anybody talking about Eric Stahl anymore. He had 1,063 points in 1,300 games. The dude scored over 450 goals in the NHL. Let's see here. So he came in Carolina. Oh my God, yeah. The dude in 05-06, in his second season, had 45 goals and 100 points in the dead puck era. Scored 30 points in it. That is crazy. This is the perspective. I'm going to put it in, chat. He made his NHL debut in 03-04, right. There was a 2-year gap because of the lockout. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. He had 11 goals, 31 points in 81 games. Next season, no hockey, lockout year. Then he comes back in 05-06 with Carolina, puts up 100 points. Insane. Then he has 70, 80, 70, 70, 70. And then 2012, 2013 is really when he started to regress. He was down to 70, 50, 60, 50. He had 33 in 63 games. Then he went to Minnesota. First season, 16-17. He wasn't almost point per game. He had 65 points in 82 games. Then he scored 42 goals in 2017, 2018 with the Minnesota Wild. I remember that. He was a good player. And then 50 points the year after, 47. He played in Buffalo. Right, he did play in Buffalo and Montreal. And the Florida Panthers. When they won the President's Trophy, the dude had 29 points and 14 goals in his final season. He's got a Stanley Cup in 05-06. Damn. Let's take a look at his playoff numbers. Look at that. 28 points in the 05-06 Carolina run. Then he had 15 in 08-09. Then after that, it was everything less than... he had 8 points in 2021 with Le Montréal. He didn't play a lot of playoff games either, no. He played 2 playoff runs with the Hurricanes. 05-06, 08-09. After that, they never made the postseason. Played with the Rangers in 15-16, then Minnesota for 3 years, Montreal, and then Florida. He was on that Cup final team. Yeah, he was. I think both of the Stahl brothers were in Florida, right, chat? In 2023? He had 5 points and played 21 games in the playoff run for the Panthers when they made the Cup final. I believe his brother Jordan was on the back end too. Do I remember Fabian Brunstrom? The name kind of rings a bell, but I can't like match a face to it right now. Of course, Skinner got pulled in the sim. Have you been past that? I've been good, brother. Hot take, Wallman gets 6 goals and 40 assists this season. I could see that happening. I mean, the dude was very productive on the worst team in the NHL last season in the San Jose Sharks, so he's not going to get a lot of power play time. We don't really need him to be that offense guy. That's Bouchard. We just need Wallman to do what he did in the postseason. He played amazing. Don't remember which stall it was, but one of the stalls definitely was on the Panthers. Both. I think Jordan was on it as well. Eric was on it because I just looked at his stats. He played 21 games in that playoff run. But I'm pretty sure Jordan, or not Jordan, it's Mark Stahl. I'm getting them mixed up right now. Jordan is on Carolina still to this day and is their captain. Mark, I think, was on it. Yeah, Mark Stahl. I kept saying Jordan, chat. I literally meant Mark. I was messing it up. Hot take, Montreal wins the Atlantic. That could happen. That honestly very well could happen. It is a possibility. How does it ring a bell? He's so old. I think he played for Boston. I've heard a lot of names, right? Watching, listening to hockey. Not just on TV, but also online researching and everything. I don't know. The name kind of feels familiar. Yeah, so they had Eric and Mark Stahl, and they both played in the Cup Finals in 2023. Damn. Forgot about that. What's good, Pastor? What's up, Jordan? How you doing, buddy? Colon's the games at 100 miles. Le Hurry, Colon. Esti the Tabernac. I think the Getzlaf take is pretty valid. Because the dude had a better individual career, age pretty better than Taves. Maybe. I think the prime is where it really gets separated, right? Taves was like another level, possibly even 2 levels above Ryan Getzlaf in his prime. And also, Getzlaf was not the defensive player that Jonathan Taves was, right? I don't think, for me at least, if you give me both of those players individually and I can take one of them, every day of the week, I'm choosing Captain Series. Johnny Taves. He's draft eligible. Who? Oleg Kulabaikin? Moosehead player from Russia. Gets drafted in the 2nd, 3rd round. Yeah, I got to be honest. I have not really known a lot of draft prospects. At least not the big name ones I've known. 2023, I was really invested in that draft class. But outside of that, since like 2020, I haven't really... I mean, Matthew Schaefer, I knew little to anything about, I'll be honest. I was hoping to see him at the World Juniors, then he gets injured. I didn't really see him play at all. Like, I never really knew how good he was going to be. Taves was better as a two-way, way better two-way. Defensively, it's not even close. Offensively, Getzlaf was a little bit more productive. Search him up. Hot take, Panthers will finish last in the Atlantic. Not happening. That is a flaming hot take. I will bet anything on the Florida Panthers not falling all the way down to dead last. I don't think that's possible. They still have a good team. Not a Stanley Cup winning team, but a good enough team that will be able to make the postseason. Not joking, Marchand just dead-ass cried after his tribute in Boston. I mean, how could he not, right? He spent 15 years there. Emotions were going to be very, very high. Where is my man? What? Girl, what? Mid-take, mile take. Kaprizov deal, one of the worst contracts in the NHL. It's definitely not one of the worst, but taking a look at what Kaprizov signed for and then everybody else after him, he's overpaid. I'm just going to say it. Like, at the time, you're like, okay, Minnesota had to do that, and then we expected guys like Eichel, Connor, all those guys and McDavid to sign like 15, 16 mil. And none of them took more than 13. And then Kaprizov said, fuck y'all, give me my money. Yeah, Kaprizov literally rang that emote.
Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
It'll age pretty bad. It depends on how Kaprizov ages, right? He's obviously not going to be the player he is right now in like 7 years. But if he ages pretty gracefully, the cap continues to go up, it won't be like the worst contract. But yeah, he's definitely overpaid for sure. Hot take, Buffalo gets relegated to the American Hockey League. Man, Buffalo. They've actually been on a little bit of a heater, huh? They smacked Florida and then won against another team, I believe. I got to keep the NHL.com permanently up here so I can take a look at it. Let's look at standings right now, chat. So we got Detroit at the top of the Atlantic, 5-1 after getting sandblasted by the Canadiens on opening night. Then we got Montreal, Toronto, Carolina, New Jersey, Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh, I do not see them staying there. Washington and Philly in the wild card. Now, look at this. Tampa Bay is dead last in the Eastern Conference. That I do not... Yeah, I do not see that sticking at all. They are 1-3-2. 4 points on the season. Colorado's off to a hot start. Winnipeg's 5-1 too. Utah 4-2. They were like 5-0 last season. Then we got Vegas, Vancouver, Seattle, Chicago in a wild card position. Blackhawks fans, take a picture. It'll last longer. And then Edmonton all the way down. They only got 5 points. We'll be 7 after tonight. And Calgary 1-6 to start the season. They'd be 0-6 if we didn't blow a 3-0 lead. Individually, it might be Jack Eichel's year, chat. He might win the Art Ross. Playing alongside Mitch Marner, the dude is scoring at will. He's got 6 goals, 16 points in 7 games. Stone's got 13. Willie's got 11. Larkins has 11 as well. Scheifele 10. McKinnon 10. Martin Necas has 10. If we go to the list here, where's McDavid? McDavid has 7 assists in 6 games, which is more points than Cale Makar, or the same amount of points. Same amount of points as Connor Bedard. He's got more than Horvat, more than Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes. And points per game wise, it's Eichel, Stone. Zach Benson has only played 3 games. Mark Scheifele scoring a lot. Still extremely early. He played Dallas in 08-10, then played for Detroit 11-12. Fabian Brunstrom. Is he the only guy in NHL history to play by the last name of Brunstrom? Did I know that Henrik Lundqvist's brother played in Dallas? I did not know that, no. I did not know that he had a brother. I have conquered the Canadian job market in a conquered the Canadian market. The job market is cooked, man. You ain't conquering anything. Getting paid pennies, getting taxed the most. No. Just wait. We'll be 6th by January. Yeah, I love when everybody overreacts to the first 10 games of the season. Not even first 6 games of the season. It's brutal, man. I got Pelly putting in the Discord that Cody Ceci has more points than Evan Bouchard. Like it means anything. What a start for Stone and Dorofeyev. Yeah. I mean, I think Mark Stone's getting a little carried by Eichel and Dorofeyev right now. But yeah, what a start. Dorofeyev looking like another 40-goal guy. Eichel could win the Art Ross. We'll see. Let's just say I have some dirt. I have dirt on some businesses. That's hilarious. You do you, brother. Stone is hurt right now. Yeah, he only missed 1 game. He played 6 games. That's like saying Matthews was injured all of last season. The fuck out of here. Dude played 67 games. All right, second period underway. We are still killing a penalty for 30 seconds here on the PK. Let's get out of this penalty kill and get back to work, Edmonton. I liked our first period. That was our best first period of the entire road trip. We actually generated some offense. We scored a goal in the first period too. Connor McDavid. What do? Tim Stützle trying to deke through Evan Bouchard. Can't get by him though. Bouchard gonna chip it down the length of the ice. Draisaitl has a break in alone. Leo! Oh, what a save by Linus Ullmark. That is the PK of the Oilers right now. McDavid and Dry are out there, and they are going hard for that puck. Look at McDavid. Look at McDavid creating plays. Draisaitl waiting, finding Nuge, and it's in the back of the net. That all started with Connor McDavid. That is not... Ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Howard has scored his first ever career National Hockey League goal. I thought it said 93. It was 53. And Ike Howard is on the board, baby. Beautiful. That all started from Connor McDavid. What a forecheck. Cross checks, hooks, anything you want. He caused the play to be disrupted, and then Ike Howard in the slot buries it in the back of the net. First ever NHL goal for Ike Howard, assisted by Leon Draisaitl. Beautiful. That was beautiful. Popping in to say hi. Hopefully in the next week or so, my dad will be able to return to work. Good to hear, Justo. Hopefully you're doing okay, buddy. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead. Look at the Senators, man. I know Devs right now has that tissue right next to him. He is ready to whip that out and wipe his tears away. What a forecheck by Connor McDavid. I don't even think he got an assist on the play either, because I don't think he touched it. I think the defenseman was just so under pressure that he lost it. Good forecheck by Connor, though. All right, we got 18:38 remaining. Here in the second period, a 2-0 lead now. That is the perfect way to start the second. Especially for a team that's been struggling to score. It's good to play with the lead, man. Lars Eller at his own blue line. He's under duress, though. He's got Leon Draisaitl scoping him out. Draisaitl picks it up again in the offensive zone. He's going to stop up. He's got 3 black sweaters on him right now. Not a lot of options that he can do. We got Henrique, Leo, and Podkolzin out there. Why is Henrique in the slot of McDavid? Is he tired? Taking a shift off? All right. Are you assuming my race? But your life is less lonely than you have a man. Okay, what are you guys talking about? I got dirt on Subway and Tim Hortons? How'd you get dirt on Subway? What have they done wrong? Podkolzin's going to dump it in deep. McDavid drawing Podsy. Back out there again. Down low to Connor. Finding Podkolzin. Podkolzin doesn't have the hands, man. I don't think he's that Zach Hyman type that will go in the corner, win the puck battle, but he doesn't have the finishing that a guy like Shaq Hyman does. It's tough playing on the top line with 2 insanely skilled guys like that if you can't finish. Darnell Nurse breaks it out. Podkolzin in the offensive zone. Podsy behind the net, protecting that puck. Hands it off to Leo. Backdoor feed to McDavid. Couldn't hold on to it, though. Bouchard's going to pinch in. We got Podsy and Connor in the corner. Battling for that puck. Leo down low. Draisaitl protects it with his ass. Tries to play it back to Bouchard, but David Perron picks it. And did he ice it? Nope. Stu's out to play it. Skinner takes his time. Good job, Stu. Uh-oh. Bouchard's under duress. Swings it around to Eki. Up that wall. Savoy turns it over, but it was out of the zone and offside on the play. Hate watching the Sens and Dylan Cousins. Life has never been so back. Why do you hate Dylan Cousins? I'm so disappointed that you didn't know Hank had a twin. Never knew, man. I don't think it was ever mentioned. Like, literally ever. To which we all know you miss Cousins. The workhorse from Whitehorse, baby. The workhorse from Whitehorse. All right, in our own zone. Ty Emerson behind the net. He's going to swing it up the wall. Freddie, that's your puck. Trent Frederick. Okay, it's out of the zone. I can't complain. It got out of the zone. Brett Kulak centers it to Matt Savoy. Savoy under pressure. Look at that. Savoy takes his time. Calm, composed, makes a play. And we're down the other way. Noah Philp behind the net. Philp still has it. He's got a ton of room as well. Philp, he's going to put it down deep. Frederick cycling it down to Savoy. The lineup seems to be working a little bit better tonight. There we go, Philp. Lay the body in the corner, buddy. That is something that Edmonton has not been doing either. Not a lot of body-on-body contact. Lixell's going to chip it in on Skinner. He's going to play that puck, and the Ottawa Senators are going to go for a change. Good breakout. Brett Kulak. He's going to get the red line, dump it in deep. Roslovic in after it. I'm waiting to see a Jack Roslovic goal, I'm not going to lie. I'm waiting for that man to wake up and try to get one. Ottawa in the offensive zone. Good angling by Darnell Nurse. And a solid breakout by Edmonton. We look way more clean, man. Way more clean in this game. I don't know if Detroit is just that much better than the Ottawa Senators. Maybe Ottawa is just that bad. But just focusing on us, we're a faster, crisper hockey team tonight. Good play. Here we go. Nugent Hopkins. He's going to sauce it in. Mangiapane in. Cannot bury it on the backhand. He fell to his knees and tried to backhand it Roof Daddy. Dylan Cousins spinning in the offensive zone. I got to be honest. I don't know what he was doing there. Timmy hands it back to his defenseman. Over. Batherson. Shot blocked by Jake Wallman. That is what we've been missing. Wallman blocks a ton of shots. We need that. Shot by Zub. It's going to go a little bit wide. Sanderson's going to keep that puck in. Wallman battling for it down low. Timmy Stu is going to swing it back, but Zub, he can't keep it in. It is out of the zone. Ottawa is forced to tag up. Maybe it's the air in Detroit that messed you guys up. Maybe. A lot of pollution in Detroit, eh? Face off outside the zone. Lag. I called my teacher a name. Don't know what you mean by that, Devs, but okay. He's been on the Rangers ice in some kind of ceremony when Hank left. Yeah, I don't remember that. Mangiapane tried to bury it on the backhand, but he lost his footing. He fell at the last second and couldn't raise that puck. Hot take, Tomashik, top scorer in the NHL. Definitely not a top scorer, no. But a good third or fourth line guy for Edmonton. He can make plays. He's a big body. 29-year-old in his rookie season in the National Hockey League. I'm guessing, what's the max age for a rookie, chat? Isn't it like 25? I think Panarin was like the oldest Calder winner of all time. The dude who was like 25 years old competing against Connor McDavid. He was old. Playing alongside a prime Patty Kane as well. McDavid damn near won the Calder, playing only half the season. Justo coming in hot with a 5. I have no dog in the fight. I just hope both teams have fun. W's in the chat for Justo. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh my God, horrible turnover. And what a save by Skinner. It was a 2-on-0 in type. And Stuart Skinner gets across and makes a great save. Shot saved by Stu again. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was gonna go in. Skinner's mask is off. Holy shit, what a save by Stu. Chad, I'm telling you, Skinner looks a lot better this season. Just the way he's moving around the crease. That is a play he would have got beat on last season. 2-on-0. How do we give up a 2-on-0 in tight like that? Holy shit. You need to respect the Swedes more. Perron and Ridley Gregg, and then Skinner with an amazing pad save. Actually, it was a glove save. What a save by Stu, man. Holy shit. Passes acting like Edmonton won the cup over. Oh, shut the fuck up, Devs. If you don't like it, you can go, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna get... It's rage bait. I gotta remember it's rage bait. Devs, just say that you don't have a good starting goaltender. You guys have allowed, what, 32 goals now in the regular season? Get good, bud. Try defending. 2-on-0, and it's Perron and Gregg. Sens suck. Yeah, Sens are garbage, eh? Maybe the Sens are just that bad. What a save by Stu, though. That was a big save. I'm not going to lie. As soon as I saw 2 Senator players in type, I was like, it's over. I was like, that's it. It's in the back of the net. In the back of the net. Justo Kenobi, thank you very much for the one gifted member. It was gifted to Merlo Falls. W's in the chat. We have a Vezina goalie. A Vezina goaltender. Let's take a look at this Vezina goalie. Oh, let's look at the Vezina goaltender. Let's go to the Ottawa Senators. Vezina goaltender. He won the Vezina on the greatest team of all time, Devs. Regular season team of all time. Linus Ullmark this season. He's got an 848 save percentage and a 399 GAA. Oh, wait. We're only 6 games into the regular season, you say? Let's take a look at last season with the Senators. Actually had decent numbers. Had a 910 and a 272. That's not too shabby. 915 with the Bruins. And then, yeah, that one outlier season where he had a 938 on the greatest regular season hockey team of all time. But then if you take a look at his postseason numbers, an 880 in the playoffs last season, an 886 with Boston in 23-24, 896 and 8... He's statistically one of the worst playoff goaltenders in the entire NHL. He's got a career 885 come playoff time with a 328 GAA. Garbage. Straight up garbage. All right, 13:40 remaining in the second. Claude Giroux down low. Man, I miss prime Claude Giroux. One of the most underrated players of the 2010s. Was such a good player for Philly. Draisaitl has that puck. He's going to wait. Draisaitl, don't risk it, please. Okay, hands it off to Podsy. Leaves it for Connor. McDavid into the zone. Hurls back. He's going to try to get it to Dry. Couldn't do it, though. Ekholm finding Leo. I'm getting sick already. We're 6 games in, and I'm tired of Leon Draisaitl just not even looking and sending a backhander into the middle of the ice. As Jake Sanderson just hit the post, McDavid leaves it back for Leo. Draisaitl skating out of his own end. Leon Draisaitl through the middle. Passes off to Podkolzin. Podkolzin puts it in deep. Jensen is after it. He's got Leon and Connor after him, though. 2-on-1 in the corner, but the Ottawa Senators are going to easily break that puck out. Sanderson hands it off. Perron. David Perron. He's 1-on-2 right now, just trying to hold on to the puck. Waiting for his teammates to get into the play. David Perron, chat, you guys might not know this. He's got some of the silkiest mitts in the entire NHL. He does. He's got really good hands. Out in front. Backhander. Saved by Stu on the scumbag. That is Nick Cousins. Edmonton's going to chip it out of the zone. No icing on the play. Roslovic in after it. Nick Jensen turns that puck over. We had Nugent Hopkins out there with Roslovic. And is that Ike Howard? Ike Howard getting some shifts on the top or the top six? No, that's Mangiapane. Never mind. Him and Ike Howard look alike. They're both really little. Roslovic chips it in deep. An expert. It wasn't Game 7 for both of the Stanley Cup Final. Idiot. What? He's just mad he lost in Stanley Cup Final Game 7 2 years in a row. I think you're confusing it. Zetterlund into the offensive zone. Puts it in deep. Who's number 15 again? Lixell. Lixell is 15. Fucking hell, man. It's literally Lixell and then Lars Eller. That is getting me confused. We got 11:40 remaining. 11:38, 11:37, 11:36. There's your time check. Darnell Nurse, can you be quicker with moving the puck, please? There's a turnover. In the defensive zone. Shot. It's going to go a little bit wide. Matt Savoy chips it out of the zone. And Ottawa has to go back for it. Drake Batherson. He goes D to Zub. Nice stretch pass. Here comes Lars Eller. Ton of room. Eller in. And a good save by Stuart Skinner. Where the fuck is Tkachuk? Tkachuk is injured. Brady Tkachuk is injured right now. Chat, if you guys are new here, enjoy the videos. Enjoy the live streams. Hit that sub button. We are on the road to 50K. Help your boy out. Also, join our Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. We do hot takes and jerseys during the intermissions. You can find it in the Discord. Throw your, if you want, you can throw your custom jerseys into my Discord server. And during the intermissions, we rate them and then we choose a winner. There it is. Send your custom jerseys here. Discord link is pinned at the top of the chat. Try to get more jerseys, custom jerseys in the Discord. All right. 11:14 left in the second. Chad, how long is Brady Tkachuk out for? 11:14 to go. Second period. We're going to lose that draw. Shane Pinto protecting that puck. Pinto behind the net, leading the NHL in goals right now, and he just turns it over to Evan Bouchard right on his stick. Yeah, we are moving the puck a whole lot better now. McDavid trying to hold on to it, held on to it a little bit too long. Here come the Senators the other way. Claude Giroux can't dump it in, though. Bad play by Giroux. Colson protecting that puck. Hands it off to Leo. Draisaitl over to McDavid. Trying to get it back to Dry in the middle. He only had one hand on his stick, though. Ottawa trying to break it out. Pinto goes cross-ice to Giroux, who just chips it in deep and goes for a line change. Stu, nice play by Stu behind the net. You know, I've never been really a fan of him playing the puck, but I realize that negates a lot of forechecks for both teams. If you're a National Hockey League goaltender, you have to know how to play the puck. Otherwise, you're cooked. This is not the early 2000s anymore. Brady's out 6 to 8 weeks. Oh, that is not good for Ottawa. After having a slow start, that might be the season. That literally might be the season. They got to tally up some wins, man, and try not to fall too deep in a hole. Hi, Emerson. No, don't go after it. It's offside. We got Tomashik out there with Howard and Henrique. And it's in the Edmonton bench. This girl's a narcissist. Bella, how do you even know what that word means? I like Peter Aubry, the goalie coach for Edmonton. I don't think... I mean, obviously, bringing in a new perspective, a new voice is going to do something for Stu. I think a lot of what I'm seeing is just him dropping weight. Him shedding like 20, 22 pounds. He's down to like 215. No, he's like 205 now, right? And he was like 222 last season. Because he was slow moving post to post. That was a big weakness, is his lateral movement was just not at the level that it needed to be. But now he's moving a lot better, and he's making more acrobatic saves because of it. And I think a lot of that has to do with him dropping the weight. Where's Jeff Skinner? He's in San Jose now. He signed there. Just saw some Yankees fan earlier called Vlad Jr. a Nepo baby. Nice. As a Sabres fan talking about poverty, Devs, you realize you guys don't have a Stanley Cup either in franchise history. Both teams. Both of them. I bought that opening night Ducks mask for $35. You see them going from 70 to 100 on eBay. Sell it, Justo. You might make some coin, brother. Brady estimated return is December 13th. That's a long time. That is a very, very long time. Chat, should we do Edmonton, Montreal on Thursday? 9 p.m. Eastern in Edmonton. Type 1 if yes, type 2 if no. Would you guys show up to that, or is it a little bit too late? 9 p.m. Eastern is the game. So it's an hour earlier than regular Oilers games. 9 p.m. I have a feeling a lot of Habs fans would tune into that, though. They got a pretty big fan base. Arguably the second biggest in the entire NHL. It's not like a 10 p.m. game. It's a 9 p.m. game. She is a narcissist and only cares about herself. And then Justo says, looks like you have competition. Ha! Oh, man. Your team is known for choking? How's my team known for choking? My team's got 5 Stanley Cups, buddy. And we have the greatest alumni of all time. What do you mean? We're known to choking. Because we lost back-to-back finals to a better team? You realize we were down 0-3 in that Cup finals 2 years ago, right? We were not leading 3-0. We came back and forced a Game 7 in a series that we were down 3-0 in. That is literally the reverse of choking. The only lead we held in the Cup finals the past 2 seasons was a 1-0 series lead after Game 1. Montreal has a better alumni? Hell no. As far as player, individual talent? Nah. Come on now, dude. How many top 15, top 20 players all time do the Oilers have? Let's be honest here. A lot of the Montreal alumni, they played in like the 30s, 40s in the original 6 era. I'm not going to completely bash it, but it doesn't compare. Even to the 80s. What a pass by Zub. Here come the Edmonton Oilers the other way. Mangiapane, 2-on-1 Brewing, tries to slide it across to Roslovic. But Thomas Chabot had a stick in the lane. Zub just literally did a drop pass to nobody. Chabot in the middle, takes a shot. It's going to go wide. Behind the net is Drake Batherson. Ottawa's coming alive here. Back to Nick Jensen. Over to Chabot. Cross ice. Timmy Stu. Fans on it. Funny enough, he did not dive onto the ice and expect a penalty being called. 9-10 left to go here in the second. 2-0 lead. Shots are all evened up at 11 apiece. Darnell Nurse through that offensive zone. Nurse hands it back to Roslovic. Jack Roslovic slides it across the Nurse again. Out in front. Nobody can get it. And it's back to Rico at the line. Rico puts it in deep. Monjo. Hard after that puck. Trying to cycle it down low. Roslovic centers it. Nobody's there in front of the net. Mangiapane takes a shot. Saved by Linus Ullmark, though. As the Senators are going to clear it down the ice. No icing on the play. Draisaitl was also injured in that Cup final. The first one, yes. Last year, he was not injured. Mike Howard. Chipping it out. Doesn't get it in deep, though. Evan Bouchard. Nice breakout pass. Mike Howard, chip and chase hockey. Keep it simple, Mike Howard. You got your goal, brother. Just keep it simple. I did not expect... And what a turnover again. Mike Howard in the slot. Oh, my God. Mike Howard almost had his second of the night. The Ottawa Senators are just turning the puck over right now. I can really understand why they have 32 goals allowed in the regular season so far. These guys are turning everything over, especially in their own end. Turnover machines. It's time for me to depart for dinner. Appreciate you coming, outsider. Excel. He's going to headman that puck, but it's in Evan Bouchard. He's got tons of time to work with it. Bouchard skating to the line. Hands it off. Brett Kulak chips it in deep and goes after it. But it was out of play. Have a good night, Cider. I'm not racist, I promise. Montreal alumni still better. Just because you say it is doesn't make it facts, Devs. You realize that, right? I mean, maybe actually have a reasoning. That might make your case a little bit stronger. I don't know. Who turned the puck over here? Was it Clevin? Let's see. No, it was Lixick. Just put it on the tape of Mike Howard, and he bombed it a little bit too high. Didn't even get a shot on goal. God damn it. Yeah, he really bared down on that shot. Mike Howard wanted his second of the night. He really did. All right, Nick Cousins skates out of his own end. He's in the zone. Dumps it in deep. Perron is way too old and way too slow to skate after that puck. David Perron does not have the legs for that anymore. Ottawa playing in the offensive zone. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second. Still a 2-zip lead for the Edmonton Oilers. As we are not going to ice the puck. No icing on the play. I thought that was going to be ice. David Perron skates out of his zone. Hands it off to Ridley Gregg. Gregg firing. It's going to go a little bit wide, though. Cousins protecting that puck on the half wall. He's got Tomashik all over him right now. That's no Filt, my bad. Battling for that puck. Squirts free to Matt Savoy. He gets a stick on the puck. Ottawa trying to gain some pressure. Trying to get a goal before the end of the second. That's all they need right now. They can cut that lead in half. It'll only be a 1-goal deficit. And of course, the Oilers trying to go into the third period up 2 goals. A multiple goal lead. Nice breakout. Brett Kulak. Brett Kulak's been in the play so often tonight. He's played a very good game. I'd say the best of the season for Brett Kulak. Here come the Senators, though. 2-on-1 brewing. Shot. Save. No, it's going to go high. I thought it was a save by Stu. Went a little bit high. Draisaitl was hard on the back check, though. 6:05 remaining. Kulak hands it off to Podsy. Podkolson. Podkolson getting some confidence now. Making some moves at the line, and he gets an offensive zone draw. Turnover City. Yep. Do you miss Louis Eriksson? I don't think anybody misses Louis Eriksson, especially the Vancouver Canucks. That contract that he signed for, that hindered them. I don't want to be friends with a narcissist. What? Wow, why do I even read it? They are in their own world. 5:55 left to play. The big line is out right now. McDavid, Dry, and Podsy in the offensive zone. Ottawa trying to break it out, and they do. They don't get far, though. Edmonton just pounds it back in deep. McDavid's got 14 points against the Ottawa Senators. I think in 8 games, that said. I didn't really see the graphic. I was a little late looking at it. Evan Bouchard goes D to D. Over to Podsy. Swings it cross ice. Nobody was there. Leo gets after it, though. Trying to get that puck is Draisaitl. McDavid, though, first on it in the corner. Leaving it for Dry. Uh-oh. 2-on-1. A full 2-on-1. Zetterlund. Well, that's Cousins. Takes a shot and a big save by Stu. What a save by Skinner. Dylan Cousins, the workhorse from Whitehorse, tried to rip it short side, and Skinner made the save. As we have 5:15 remaining and a commercial break incoming. Farivari is a solid fantasy player. Does he block a lot of shots? Is that why he's a good fantasy player? Chat, you know who was a good fantasy player back in the day? Chris Russell. Edmonton Oilers legend, Chris Russell. Canucks miss Louis Eriksson like the Oilers missed Nail Yakupov? Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Louis Eriksson was supposed to be that big piece for Vancouver, and, man, did not live up to that contract. Not at all. What is this commercial that I'm witnessing right now, dude? Most reliable 5G. Is it Verizon? Plus grand, plus it up. Oh, fuck. What happened to the commercials that I used to love? It was Rogers, of course. Fucking Rogers commercial during a hockey game. Farivari gets like 2 to 6 hits, and blocks, and is half a point a game. Yeah, he would be good for fantasy. Shut up, new person. Bella, who are you talking to? Chat, I think we need to acknowledge the fact that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. literally just won a Game 7 wearing a Toronto Maple Leaf Austin Matthews jersey. He broke the curse. We gotta talk about that Jays game last night, huh? Jays off to the World Series. First time in 31 years, I think. A long time, man. That is a long, long time. Funny enough, the Blue Jays won a Game 7 before the Maple Leafs. Me sad? Are you a Leaf fan or a Mariners fan? I am not a narcissist. Kind of sounding like it right now. Bella had imaginary friends. Big goal by McDavid, and then Ike Howard extends the lead. Still, I mean, 2 goals is not a lot. We should have like 4 or 5 by the end of the hockey game. Ottawa's not a good defensive team at all. They're looking pretty trash out there. All right, we got Nuge out there, Roman Giappani, and Jack Roslovic. They're causing turnovers in the offensive zone again. Good forecheck, but Ottawa gets it out. Darnell Nurse pounded back in deep, buddy. There you go. In Sweden, we have like old game highlights and Stanley Cup Finals as commercial breaks. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. I think they should do that. Highlight of the NHL. Oh my God, wide open net for Perron, and Skinner gets over in time. David Perron was way too slow getting to that puck. Lixick hands it back to the blue line. Shot, rebound, and it's out of the zone. Edmonton gets it out. 4:20 remaining here in the second. Cleven's going to take his time. He's going to head back behind his own net. Ottawa trying to break that out, trying to get one goal before the end of the second. If Edmonton was in the same position, that's what I'd say. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't say that. Good give and go. Lars Eller with a shot. It's going to go over the net, though. Cleven bobbled it at the line. He keeps it in, though. Lars Eller hands it off down low to Giroux. Back out to Eller. Back to the blue line. Saved by Stu again. 3:50 remaining here in the second. Shots are 14-12 for the Ottawa Senators. It is just pinned in the corner. Puck is not moving. It's going to squirt free. Back to Cleven. Shot. Easy save by Stu. I got suspended for fighting in hockey. Yeah, it happens. Happened to me. It happens to everybody. It can happen to you too. Now let's see if the Blue Jays win a championship before the Maple Leafs in a league with more than 6 teams. Yep. I mean, the Raptors did it in 2019 against a super team from California. It is what it is. Although I'm not exactly sure if anybody on the Blue Jays are as good as Kawhi Leonard was. I mean, Vladdy has been on a tear. Ottawa's going to win the draw, but Edmonton gains possession. Freddie gets it out of his own zone. And we got another whistle. What is it for? Penalty. Hooking penalty on who? Is it Shabbat? No, Shabbat's going to the bench. It is Drake Batherson headed to the sin bin, and Edmonton out for the PP. This is bad. Edmonton gets that goal in the power play. It might be wraps for the hockey game, boys. Might be wraps. Big power play here. We get a full 2 minutes, too. 3:33 remaining in the second. Hooking call on Drake Batherson. All right. Here we go, Edmonton. Let's get that 3-goal lead, boys. Let's have some desperation. I want to see McDavid shoot the puck, too. I don't care that he's got a goal in the game. All right, 3:33. Leon Draisaitl wins that puck back. Evan Bouchard at the blue line. Hands it off to McDavid. Connor McDavid waiting. Down low to Tomashik. Out in front. Nobody was there, though. Nugent Hopkins was a little bit too early on that play. McDavid back at the line. Down low to Tomashik. Back to Connor on his half wall. McDavid waiting. Down low. Tomashik tic-tac-toe to Draisaitl in the bumper. And it is out of play. All right, you guys got to chill out. Yeah, sit the hell down. Thank you, Justo, for that ban. Ban both of them. Get them both out of here. Rips in the chat. Cluttering up my goddamn chat with nothing but bitching and arguing. Draisaitl again. He's going to lose the draw, and Jake Sanderson will clear it down the ice. 1:30 remaining here on the power play. Evan Bouchard behind his own net. Bouchard making a play at the line. I don't like that play, Bouchard. We get it into the zone, though, and Nugent Hopkins hands it back to Connor. McDavid under pressure. Over to Leo. Back to McDavid. Gets stripped of it and cleared immediately. McDavid fell down right before he got the puck back. That's understandable. 1 minute remaining. Ottawa's already killed a minute of the power play. 2 minutes is not a lot of time, Chad. It really is not. McDavid entering the offensive zone. He's going to wait. Curls back. Hands it off to Nuge. Nugent Hopkins. Over. Leo. Block shot by Tim Stützle. All right. Timmy Stu blocking shots before Grand Theft Auto 6. Zub has a chance to clear, and he does. Bouchard back for it again. Not a great power play. We had that one play, but didn't really work out. Oh, Tomashik. That's brutal, man. Tomashik hands it off to Leo. Draisaitl trying to feed McDavid again, but he gets stripped. Tim Stützle one-on-one with Bouchard. Timmy Stu going to the outside. Behind the net, just killing time in the offensive zone. Smart play. Very smart play by the Senators. Kill the remainder of the power play and get out of the period, only down by 2. Draisaitl scoops it out. Leon Draisaitl in the offensive zone, losing the puck. Oh my God, McDavid trying to get a steal as Ottawa clears it down yet again, and that will do it. We are back to 5-on-5. Ekholm behind his own net. 1:27 remaining here in the second. Jake Wallman doesn't get a great breakout pass. Ottawa's going to dump it in deep yet again. Ekholm back after. Hounds it off the wall. Nick Cousins squirts it free to nobody. Wallman, take your time. Chip it off the glass and out. There we go. Chip it in, chip it out. Simple hockey with a 2-0 lead right now. We're rolling out Ekholm and Wallman. I guess because of the power play, and Bouchard usually out there with Ekholm. But he was just out on the PP. Henrique, forward playing on the wall. Back to the blue line. Thomas Chabot walks into one. And Skinner will make the save. It's me, Pastome, the biggest McDavid glazer. Sure, chat. What? It's hilarious. You guys throw around that term glazer like it's a bad thing. Like glazing a historic player is a bad thing. Sure, I'd much rather be a glazer than a hater. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. Tomashik is a sniper, not a playmaker. That's a mistake every coach due to a European player. He's a goal scorer, is he? We got a Toronto team winning Game 7 before GTA 6. Facts. Big facts. Bro's name is Beer Bottle Pasta. I'd rather be a glazer than a hater. I goon to LeBron lowlights. I'm not going to lie. Every once in a while, chat, I do throw on Connor McDavid highlights and just sit back and witness. I got a whole playlist on my YouTube of every single season that McDavid has played and his highlights. A video for every year. Jack Roslovic creating something out of nothing. Feeds it across. Monjo was not there in time, though. We got Philp up there with Monjo, Roslovic. Bit of a weird third line, but it is what it is. 35 seconds remain here in the second. Edmonton, do not give up a late goal, please. Whatever you do, do not give up a late goal. They should let Tomashik snipe more. I mean, it's up to him to snipe the puck, not the coaches. He's the player out there. He's got to get it. No way. Oh, my God, dude. They're calling everything on Timmy Stu because the man's diving all over the ice, and it's Darnell Nurse going to the sin bin. Stay on your feet, Timmy. Now I exactly see. I see exactly what Brendan Gallagher said about this guy. Can I get a replay here? Let me see the replay. Maybe on the replay, I'll have a different thing. I mean, both of them fell. Stay on your feet, Tim Stützle. Stay on your fucking feet. Tomashik, top scorer in the SHL last season. Oh, that's a lot different than the National Hockey League. You think the Red Wings are for real? Let's calm down a little bit. We're 6 games into the NHL season. Utah was undefeated last year, 5-0. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Sanderson hands it off. Shot. It's going to get blocked by Ekholm. It was Drake Batherson with a shot. McDavid trying to force a turnover. Can't get it out, though. Giroux hands it off. Backdoor tap in. A little bit too wide, though. Drake Batherson in the corner. Centers it. Rebound. It's squirting free. McDavid, glove it down, buddy. And that will do it. The Edmonton Oilers are going to head into the third period with a 2-0 lead.
Ho, ho, ho.
Because the Ottawa Senators suck dick. I learned my lesson. There you go. Stützle, biggest diver in the league, easily. I don't really think there's anybody competing for second either. All right. We got a multi-goal advantage entering the third. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. As a Habs fan, I hate the Josh Anderson and Gallagher hate. They are solid and are just hated because of the contracts. Yeah, for sure. You can't deny, though, their contracts are pretty bad, especially Josh Anderson. They both make way too much. Way too much. But they're not inherently bad players. They're just overpaid. It's like Darnell Nurse. He's not inherently a horrible player. He's a pretty decent player on his best days, but he's overpaid. Makes way too much for the value that he brings to his hockey team. Thoughts on Montreal making the playoffs again? I can see it. All right, chat, Q&A time. Ask me anything. Second intermission, Q&A time. Beer Bottle Pasta, what kind of name is that? That's the best name in the entire chat right now. Low key. That is a great name. No issues at all. Who's winning the Calder? Ivan Demidov. I think Ivan Demidov is not really a hot take. It's a freezing cold take. It's a great name, kid. I glazed Garfield 24/7 365. Don't ask me. Like the cat? Is Garfield still around, chat? Garfield's been around for a while. Is that like still like a cartoon? Is it? I have no idea. Favorite hockey player to watch as a kid? I'll go Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr! Nah. I see what you're doing there. Thoughts on Brock Faber being a bum? Yeah, that contract's not looking too great now. Paid a little bit too early. Had a great rookie season, and ever since then has kind of just regressed. Plateaued a little bit. He hasn't played very well. He makes what, like 8 mil? That's why you can't jump the gun on these young guys, man. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Not everybody's going to be Kirill Kaprizov, jump into the NHL, and immediately be a superstar. Where's Datsuk? Retired. KHL. Florida wins Lord Stanley again? No, I disagree. I do not think they three-peat. Galley's heart and soul, Montreal, 100%. I do agree. STEM students will stay on your feet. Or Stutzel. Yes. Timmy Stu's got to stay on his feet. At least I don't goon to LeBron. Okay. Where is this conversation going right now? Mine was Peter Forsberg and Ray Bourque. Good choices. Forsberg, whenever he was healthy, man, such a stud. Injured a lot, but when he played, he was a monster out there. Think Carter Hart will be good in Vegas? Yeah, I think he's got, what is he, 25 now, Chad? I think 25 years of age. He's still relatively young for a goaltender. It might take him a year to get back into the swing of things. I mean, the dude hasn't played in what, 2 seasons, I think? 2 full years? When was the last time Carter Hart played, chat? What was his last game? Thoughts on Philip Hedl getting injured again? Bro should retire. I mean, yeah, some guys are just inherently injury prone. Really is the case. Really is the case. Also, chat, that was a very clean hit by Tom Wilson. I'm not accepting otherwise. I can't believe I'm sitting here defending Tom Wilson, but nothing about that hit was late or dirty. It was a textbook hit. Literally 0.9 seconds, or actually no, 0.6 seconds after the puck left his tape, Tom Wilson delivered an absolute missile up the middle. Clean hit. Unfortunate part about it, and the unfortunate part about hockey is sometimes a clean hit will result in an injury. Where's Yager? He's not playing tonight. Yager's back in his club team in Czech. He's still playing. Favorite Oilers jersey? The one we have now, the royal blue. They're so clean. So inherently clean. Can you do like Ask Me Anything videos like on YouTube? We just ask questions and you answer them. I was thinking about doing that for members only. And posting like once a month, maybe a members only Q&A. And I just don't know if we'll get enough questions. That's the problem. I just don't know if I'm going to have enough. Maybe I can try it and we'll see. Kirby Dack has to stop getting injured. I mean, some guys are just injury prone. It's just the way it is. They can't really control it. A lot of times it just comes down to luck. Some guys can stay healthy. Some guys can't. Where is Filppula? Valtteri Filppula? Chat, what do y'all know about him? Tampa Bay legend. Can you do a video of opening 100 Tim Horton? 100 Tim Horton hockey card packs? I don't think so. I think most of your members are inactive, though. Actually, not. We've had a lot of guys recently renew their membership. I've actually, the YouTube analytics have spoken. They have spoken. Let me see here. How many members do we even have? We were up to like 50 or 60 at one point. Yeah, we're at 54 right now. Slightly higher than it was, which is cool. We got guys like, yeah, 3 people just joined in the last day. I mean, a lot of people rejoined in the last like 4, 5 days, 9 days, 13 days. I mean, we got some older people that have been around, like Zoo, Z-Pog. Chat, I've never seen Z-Pog in a single live stream, and the dude was like the first ever member of the channel. I don't think he ever come. Even if he is in the live stream, he's not chatting, which is cool. You do you, brother. I'm that type of YouTube viewer as well, but I've never interacted with him at all, and he's been a member literally since the day I opened memberships. Do I goon to LeBron highlights? I do, yes. Yes, I do. Can I count to 6-7? You guys really want me to sit here and count to 6-7? Canucks are losing 4-1 to the Penguins. Damn. Do you think San Jose will get Carey Price to play? No. Hell no. Price is retired, chat. He's done. He's not coming back. He will never play in an NHL game again. He's done. That is just his contract. That is in San Jose. He probably doesn't even realize that he's still a member. Maybe not. Or maybe he's just one of those viewers that don't really interact with live streams. But I mean, I guess if you do sign up, it does automatically renew, right? If you sign up with credit card. If you get gifted, it immediately vanishes after a month. Like, it doesn't auto-renew. Montreal just cap dumping. Yep. And San Jose's not going to be a good team, so they're like, we'll take on your salary. Maybe you guys do us a favor later down the line. What's the past thoughts on Marshy assisting a goal against the Bruins? I thought he scored. I saw the replay. It looked like he scored. But he got an assist. Nice. Back in the building that he called home. Back in the building. Justo is sure bet. Okay, I'm not reading that. Hi, I'm here for the first time. What is up, Carson? How you doing, buddy? Disrespect Yager like that again, and you're getting another ban. Damn, rips in the chat. No Yager disrespect, huh? Thoughts on Schaefer dominating? It's early. Very, very early. In fact, it's probably way too early to even be talking about him like that, but we'll see if he can keep it up 30, 40 games down the line. If he does, then he could potentially win the Calder Trophy. I didn't think the dude was going to have enough offense, but I mean, it's 5 games. He's what, point per game in his first 5? You guys don't realize, especially for young guys coming into the NHL, they've never played that amount of games that frequently. So they get burnt out at like the 30, 40 game mark. A lot of guys like the OHL, like the entire CHL, I think they play like 62. College hockey is like what, 35 games? Somewhere in that category. So these guys are not even getting close to playing every other night, traveling all over the world, and consistently playing 82 games over like a 5-month span. It's tough. You definitely do get burnt out and get very tired when you're not used to playing that much hockey consistently. First time here, found you from the Shoresy vids. LMAO, you think Sharks will make a comeback tonight? They're playing good, but are getting whipped? What's the score? Let me take a look at the scores across the NHL. Let's see here. NHL.com. Wait, they're playing the Islanders and they're losing 4-2? I mean, it's only a 2-goal deficit. It's in the second period. Canucks are down 4-1 to the Penguins. Panthers up 2-0 over the Bruins. Ducks and Preds are tied. Leafs are losing 4-2 over the Devils. And then Seattle getting shut out by Washington. Schaefer got a point again tonight. Nice. We'll see if he can keep it up. Rip to my teacher. Someone threw a chair at her today. Yeah, I definitely, I do not envy the job of a teacher. You got to deal with shitty kids consistently. Teenagers. See, if I were to be a teacher, chat, I'd be teaching like elementary, primary to like grade 6. I'm not dealing with those bratty ass teenagers. Hell no. Fuck that. Tinto needs 2 shots. What, for you to make money? They keep making dumb mistakes. I mean, they're a young team. That's what they're going to do. Yager started playing professional hockey, not hockey. The same year I was born. Damn, you're right. 38 years of pro hockey for Yager. That's crazy. That is nutty. Nutty indeed. When you posted that Ryan Callahan picture in the Discord, I thought that was young Chris Kreider. I can see the resemblance. They don't look that different. How many years do you think it'll take for Montreal to win the Cup? I have no idea, man. Even if they are like a borderline Cup contender for like 4 to 5 years, a lot of it does come down to luck, right? Everything's got to go your way in a cup run to get it done. It's not easy, chat. You can have the perfect team, perfect young core, and just never get it done. Take a look at the Leafs. If you told anybody back in 2019 when they signed John Tavares that they would not win a Stanley Cup, or not win a second round, let alone a Stanley Cup, everybody would have laughed at you. There's the perfect example. All that talent, all the potential in the world, and they won 2 playoff series. 2 playoff series. How long do you have to be retired to be inducted? I think it's 4 years. I actually don't know. Is it 4 seasons, chat, until you get inducted? Not super educated on hockey teams, but really getting into it in my eyes. In my eyes, the Sharks do look like a young, very talented team. They got probably the brightest future in the National Hockey League. They got so many young guys that are projected to turn out very good. We'll see how it develops, but they got a goaltender. They got good young D. Celebrini, Eklund, Smith. They get another top 5 pick, potentially first overall. They get Gavin McKenna. It's over, chat. You might have to book in the San Jose Sharks for a Stanley Cup at some point. I think even just a top 5 draft pick in this NHL draft again, that would do them wonders. Nah, that's crazy. What happened? What did he say? Let's see. Stop venting, Saibu. Saibu. Okay, everybody's just saying Saibu. I know very little about hockey teams, but man, I'm invested. Enjoy, brother. Have fun deep diving into the sport of hockey. It's a fun-ass sport. Sharks are a good team to become a fan of as well. Good young talent. They got the potential to be very good in the future. Owen Power has a no-trade clause. Wow, they gave that man a no-trade clause. What is he making, like 8 mil? I think he's slightly overpaid. Is this the season where the Wild get past the first round? Hell no. Minnesota will forever be Minnesota. You're defending Vancouver? What? Devs, okay, I'm not answering you now. You posted it twice in the matter of 2 seconds. They text too much. Who texts too much? The Sharks? Chad, you guys see that thing where last season, who was it? It was a former Shark player. He doesn't play on the team anymore. But every single road trip, he would sneak into Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini's hotel room before they checked in and take a large shit in their toilet and leave it there. I forget his name. I think it was Dellandrea. It was Ty Dellandrea. He used to check in early to the hotel and literally rip a dump and leave it there for Celebrini and Will Smith. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was floating around online the other day, and I read that. I was like, man, if that's not a hockey player, I don't know what is. Where is Johnny Oduya? That is a throwback. You're giving me some nostalgia right now. Did Oduya play in the Pens? I think he was in Dallas for a little bit, right? I remember him on the Stars, but... No, I'm thinking of Trevor Daley. That's who I'm thinking of. Trevor Daley, yeah. Johnny Oduya, though. Jesus, that is a throwback. They said it on the Spit and Chicklets podcast. Yes, they did. There it is. I saw it on Twitter. I thought it was hilarious. Bro just literally snuck in early to take a shit in their toilet and just leave it there. Oh, man. Some dumbass kid in my class thought it would be funny to say 6'7" when the chair was thrown at the tee. Oh, man. I can imagine the fucking carnival zoo that is a classroom in 2025. Oh, the brain rot is probably insane, dude. Oh, I couldn't imagine it. I'd cringe too hard. Thank God I don't play in the NHL. Some fans are crazy. Some fans are crazy. Ask Mitch Marner firsthand how crazy some fans are. Apparently, Fleury filled someone's toilet with ice and shit on top of it so they couldn't flush. That's crazy. That's vile, man. That is diabolical. Marc-Andre Fleury and his goddamn pranks. That's a real teammate? Yep, that's a real teammate indeed. Oh, dude. The hotel road trips were always some of the best stories I've had throughout my hockey career. It was fun, man. It was. Sadly, those days are over. Fleury was overrated as a goalie. I agree. My fantasy teams are garbage. Well, one is. I used to be an assistant for a daycare like last year. It was much more different than it was when I went. I mean, daycare, those kids are still extremely young, right? I'm talking about from the ages of like 8 until 18, essentially. That age range right now is cooked. 100% cooked. No way. Imagine if we knew all the stories NHL players sitting on. So yeah, a lot of them would get canceled. Or at least you'll see some snowflakes on Twitter try to cancel them. I'm getting sick of hockey Twitter too, chat. So many bitches, straight up nonsense on Twitter. They're trying to convert hockey into the softest sport possible. I saw somebody saying Tom Wilson should be banned from the league before he kills someone. Because of the hit, the very clean hit, might I add, that he landed on Filipino. They want him banned from the NHL before he unalives somebody. Like, dog, what? It is not on Tom Wilson. It is on Filipino to keep his head up and not get fucking lit up in the neutral zone. Fast never goes live. I'm live right now, devs. They go crazy over Hart getting first tryout with Vegas. A guy that literally was not guilty in his court case. It's like if he was guilty, all those same people would absolutely trash him, and deservingly so. So then in turn, if they go through the court system and he's not guilty, you can't do that. You can't take the, I'm trying to word this in a way. How am I supposed to word this? You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's like the court system means nothing because it doesn't align with their opinion on what Carter Hart should have gotten in the court case. It's like, ah, man. It's a weird, weird time we're living in. It's guilty until proven innocent now. That's how it is. It's not. It used to always be innocent until proven guilty, but that is not the case anymore. Someone got banned for 23 hours. Rips in the chat. You might be next. Wasn't hockey more dangerous back then? It definitely was. But the way we're going now, I can see 50, 60 years down the line, no hockey, or no hitting in hockey. I could see them very realistically eliminating body checking from the game. Because I couldn't believe everybody was bitching online about the Heedle hit. Cousins coming in! And there it is, Dylan Cousins right off the bat. Bad turnover by Edmonton. And it is a 2-1 hockey game. On the power play, outnumbered, bad turnover by Ekholm. Thank you, Darnell Nurse. I wasn't fully paying attention either. We're only not even 15 seconds in. Let's see. Up the half wall, soft play by Nugent Hopkins. Ekholm, what is Ekholm doing here? Just gets beat to the puck. Nobody gets back, and Cousins has a wide open lane to shoot that puck. In the back of the net, and all of a sudden, it is a 1-goal hockey game. This is what I don't like, man. We played a beautiful 40 minutes, and now immediately all that goes away 15 seconds into the third period. Just all that work for nothing. All right, 1935. Bouchard keeps that puck in. Let's get back to our hockey here, Edmonton. All right. What am I watching right now? Sens Oilers. Is a 2-1 lead, 19:20 remaining here in the third. Shots are 18-12 for the Ottawa Senators. Here comes Cousins again. Shot. That's not Dylan Cousins. Who is 22? Oh, my God. 22 is Amadio. Mikey Amadio, I believe. Michael Amadio is 22, right. 24 is Cousins. Still getting mixed up on the lines. You liking the Ducks jerseys this year? No. Too much orange. We're going to chip that puck in deep. Ready in after it. Ottawa's going to go D to D. Turning it over, though. Matt Savoy. That's the same cross-check that Nurse got called for earlier in the game on Timmy Stu, yet no call this time. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Is it out? No, it's still in play. David Perron in after it. Darnell Nurse battling for that puck. It's going to go down low. Ottawa's got some momentum now. Trying to center that puck. Good stick in the lane by Freddie. It's out of the zone. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 18:20 remaining. Ridley Gregg mishandled the puck. He might have been all alone, too. Perron plays it back to the line. Thomas Chabot. Down low to Perron. Back to Chabot at the line. He's going to bomb one away. And it's in the back of the net. How did that go in? There was like 4 or 5 bodies in front of the net. And it's in the back of the net. Stu did not see a single piece of that puck. Not a single piece at all. Time to get going indeed, Louis DeBrusque. Too slow coming out of the period. And it's a tie game. Can I see the replay here? Shabbat, a little bit of a give and go. Perron plays it back to Shabbat. Oh yeah, Skinner did not see that puck at all. Oh my God, yep. I think it hit off Emerson in the back of the net. Stu did not see a single second of that puck. 3 bodies in front of him. 2 black sweaters and 1 white. 4 bodies, actually. Kulak and Emerson were screening their own fucking goaltender. You dumb fucks. If you're not going to block it, get out of the goddamn way. Timeout by Chris Knobloch. Good job. Put a spin wheel and put me... yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, that's not goalie interference. Fucking dummies, man. 4 players in front of Stu. Like, what is Kulak and Emerson doing? They're supposed to get those players out of the crease, and they're just leaving it. And now my PlayStation is deciding to shut down. Oh, fuck off, PlayStation. Bitch-ass PlayStation. Why is my PlayStation hot again? Are they reviewing it, or is it just a timeout? Yeah, Stu didn't really have a chance on that one. Take that pass to your Oilers suck. Are you a Sens fan saying that? I mean, brother, I've seen more success in the past 2 seasons than you probably ever have in your entire lifetime, so I'm chilling. Yeah, D-man got to do their job there. They cannot just allow 2 black sweaters to screen Stu. You learn that very early on as a defenseman. They're literally just standing there. Not blocking, not doing anything, just standing there. Give some cross checks in the back of the fucking numbers and do something. Holy shit, man. Oilers mid in the road trip. It's not been a good road trip at all. We played a perfect 40 minutes tonight, too. And we come out that flat-footed in the third. Already on the PK to start. And now Ottawa's got all the momentum in this hockey game. All the momentum indeed. Would not be shocked if they go up 3-2 now. We are scrambling. Wide open. Timmy feeding it to the middle. Luckily, it did not get on the stick of Nick Cousins. Or not Nick Cousins. Dylan Cousins. How's your goalie letting 2 goals in 50 seconds? Name me either of those that were his fault. Devs. First one, wide open shot in the slot. Second one, screen. I mean, you want the first save, maybe? But the second one, there's literally nothing he could have done there. There was 4 sweaters in front of him. Defenseman standing there. Literally just standing there, man. Skinner pulled. Why would Skinner be pulled? Both of the goals. All right, Devs. No puck knowledge indeed. Fits you well, bud. Beyond the net. Tomashik. Tomashik's going to wait. Centers it to Ike Howard. Back to Tomashik. Takes a shot on net. Saved by Linus Ullmark. 16-15. This is what I mean, man. I'm literally live streaming to people that don't know hockey. Skinner pulled. After 2 goals. Holy shit. Bouchard, you should have played that D to D. He gets it in deep, though. Clevin in after it. Clevin protecting that puck. Plays it up the wall. Lars Eller chips it into the neutral zone. Both of those goals were... I can't talk, man. Both of those goals were not Skinner's fault. There we go. Draisaitl into the zone. McDavid. Dry. Leaves it for Darnell. Nurse. Still has it. Beyond the net. Tries to center that puck to nobody. You got to get back, Nurse. Uh-oh, Wallman and Nurse are not back. Both of them were jumping into the play. I don't really like that right now. Pair someone aggressive like Wallman with Boosh? Maybe. I think they've played a little bit in the postseason. Darnell Nurse back for it. Rims it up the half wall. Turns it over yet again. Incoming the sloppy Oilers hockey. Turnover that leads to a goal. Darnell taking his sweet-ass time. Wheel Darnell. Headmans that puck up to Podsy. Top line is out. McDavid, you got to get to work now, buddy. That 2-goal lead evaporated quicker than I could have said quicksand. Here comes Perron. Hands it up to Ridley Gregg. They're just trying to dump it in right now, but can't contain the puck. Our breakouts have not been near as clean as they were in the first 40. McDavid trying to win that puck battle. Clevin's going to keep it. That's not Clevin. That's Nick Jensen. Get your numbers right, Pasta. That's Savoy. It was D to D over to Kulak. Kulak up the wall. Chips it in deep. 15-10 remaining here in the third. We got ourselves a hockey game now. Edmonton's got to play a full 60. You can't play 40 minutes and expect to win a game. It doesn't work like that in the NHL. Defense got to be more aggressive. Especially on that second goal. I mean, you got two defensemen standing in front of Stu, just literally screening him. Not even attempting to move the other bodies. Ottawa had two players as well. Bouchard, nice play at the line by Bouch. Ekholm spinning. Firing on his backhander. Rebound. Ek, somebody bury it, please. A little bit of a broken play. Noah Philp in the corner. He needs some help. Ottawa's going to cleanly get out of their own zone, though. Good breakout. 3-on-2 the other way. Senators look a lot better here. Was Stützle offside there? It looked a little bit offside. Drake Batherson protects the puck. Feeds it back to the line. Lars Eller takes a shot. Saved by Skinner. Failed to clear it out yet again. That's a bad clear by Edmonton. We got to be sure on these breakouts. Down low, Lars Eller protecting that puck. Plays it back to the line. D to D to Chabot. Almost Chabot holding on to it. Flicks the puck in deep. Bouchard, nice play there. That's avoiding the half wall. Just flicks it into the middle. And Edmonton's going to get a change. Oilers need someone who drives the puck like a Brown on their PK. Yeah, Connor Brown, eh? Who knew we could have used him? Too bad he took too much money. No way we were going to be able to sign him for that price tag. 1340. Lixick puts it in deep. It is the fourth line of the Ottawa Senators going to work right now. Edmonton looks flat. They look slow. They do not look like the hockey team they were in the 40 minutes. God damn it, man. Can't just play a full 60, huh? Unless it's a playoff game. Can't play a full 60. I get it. It's hard to go from playing in Stanley Cup final games to early regular season hockey games. It's a big adjustment. But, I mean, you gotta win games. Darnell Nurse got knocked over by Ridley Gregg. Offside on the play. Second one looks like it was deflected. I don't know if it was deflected, but I mean, there was 4 guys in front of Skinner. My dad is a cop. Justo, are you a construction worker? Nah, he's got soft hands. Really soft hands. Can't make the playoffs, you don't win games? Exactly. Exactly. We got an Oreo commercial in the third period. Oh, fuck off. I don't care. I don't care. I want to watch my team play hockey. What about the Oilers putting one aggressive defenseman on each line? What do you mean by aggressive? Like offensive? I don't mind the D pairings that we have right now. I mean, a lot of times it's just mistakes that lead to goals. I like Bouchard and Ekholm, Nurse and Wallman. Emerson's in instead of Troy Stetcher, who I believe is injured. It's just been little mistakes. We played, honestly, a very good game outside of those 2 instances. It was the turnover by Ekholm that led to the little mini 2-on-1 where Dylan Cousins had so much room to walk in and sniping on Stu. And then the second one, it was Emerson and Kulak in front of the net, just not doing anything. Literally just standing there while watching 2 Ottawa-centered players screen their goaltender. I think I'm soon going to bandwagon on another team considering how shit the Flames are. This dude Linden, man. Unlimited bandwagon. I've seen him cheer for like 4 teams since the beginning of 2025. Crazy. Who won the Cup in 91? Wasn't it the Oilers? I'm pretty sure it was Edmonton. Mark Messier? I think that was the season. And then 93 was the final Canadian team that won it. The Habs? I think 91 was Edmonton. I could be mistaken. 91 was the Bulls in the NBA. I know that. That's an easy one to know. Penguins won the... Oh, right. 91, 92. Yeah, they went back to back. When was Edmonton? 90? There was a cup we won in the 90s. I forget what year. Tim Stützle. Centering that puck out. Nice, I mean, Tomashik batted that puck down. Tomashik, he hasn't looked good tonight at all. He's looked slow. Hasn't made a lot of plays. Mike Howard hasn't looked too bad. He's made some mistakes, but he's a young guy. 12:27 remaining. Edmonton going for a line change. Thoughts on Chicago? Beautiful city. Very beautiful city. I'd love to go there. All right, the big dogs are out. McDavid, Dry, and Podsy. Back to Ekholm. Quick up. Ekholm. Oh, my God. I got to slow down my speech. Ekholm's got to use that quick up. Podkolson in. Easy save by Linus. Chicago looks like a fun team. They do. Wasn't the Penguins against the North Stars? I don't know. 90? It was 1990 when Edmonton won the Cup? Yeah, I think so. That was the year with Messier. No Gretzky on the roster. Marc Messier. What a play by McDavid. Podsy tried to get in. Just couldn't handle that puck, though. 89-90 Bruins. 87-88 Bruins. That is a really confusing text. Leon Draisaitl wins that draw back to the line. Back to Evan Bouchard. I'd like to see Evan Bouchard get on the score sheet here tonight. Bouchard with a shot. It's going to go a little bit wide. Held on to that one for a while. Draisaitl keeps it in. Good play by Dry. Over to Bouchard again. Leaves it for Podsy. I don't know if I like that one. Draisaitl. Over to Bouchard. And a good save by Linus Ullmark. Flashing the leather. That was a good play. Good play by Edmonton. Put McDry in the PK. They do. They use them on half the penalty kill. Penguins won in 91. Have a good night, everyone. What time are you on in the game? I'll give you guys a time check once the... How is that not a holding call on Connor McDavid? He's being held the entire time by Nick Jensen. Not a call in sight, eh? But Timmy Stu can just flop around the ice and get whatever he wants, huh? Oh, Jesus. All right. False start on the draw. We got 11:49, but I think they might put time back on the clock. Yeah, 11:51. 11:51 remaining in the third. Frederick on the draw with Savoy and Noah Philp. Jobot behind his own net. Rims it up the wall. Oh, my God. Who pinched on that play with Nurse? I think it was Emerson. You're lucky, dude. You are... Oh, that was Jake Wallman. Never mind. Lars Eller was... That was a play by Ottawa. Set play off of defensive zone draw. Darnell Nurse passes that puck up into the middle of the ice. Regroup by Ottawa. Chabot over to Lars Eller. Back to Tomas Chabot. Skates it up through the neutral zone. He's going to chip it into the corner. We got Zetterlund in on that puck, protecting it. Wallman and Philp. Why do we got... Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of having two defensemen in the corner. I know it's the National Hockey League. You got Savoy protecting the front of the net, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too old-fashioned. I want my other D-man out in front of the net. Because if they get beat, like, realistically, Matt Savoy doesn't know how to play D. One, he's a rookie. Two, he's a forward. I'd much rather Darnell Nurse just stay in front of the net, even if you're not covering anybody. Look for an open guy that ends up sneaking backdoor, something like that. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of two defensemen in the corner. If you ever had a chance or a choice to choose another team, what team would it... dude, I was lucky I even found a team. If it wasn't for McDavid and the Oilers, I don't think I'd still have a hockey team. NHL canceling Olympic send-off? Traditional All-Star Game skills comp is returning? What? What do you mean it's returning? How? They're going to the Olympics during the All-Star break, are they not? All right, Mangiapane out there with Nuge and Jack Roslovic. Kulak's going to dump it in. That line has been pretty quiet, especially Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He scored a lot early on in the season. He's been like our one goal scorer. Pretty quiet here tonight. We're back to a tie game, though. A 2-goal lead evaporated very, very quickly. David Perron down below the goal line. Kulak tripping over himself right now. Pinto is going to put it in deep. Ridley Gregg in after it. Nick Cousins, Ridley Gregg, and David Perron. Roslovic chipping it to the middle. Nugent Hopkins trying to... Oh, my God, Nuge, take the shot there. You guys are caught now. Here come the Senators the other way. Nick Cousins through the neutral zone. Hands it off to Perron. David Perron with a shot. And it's out of play. By Pookie Amadio scored. Chat, we don't need any game updates. I put my defender net front, so no weird turnovers. Even just like, because the defenseman in front of the net, right? they're going to see if anybody sneaks back door. Like, a lot of times the D-man will pinch in from the blue line, or like that third forward will just be floating around. And if you have another D-man in the corner, odds are somebody can get beat, right? He will not know where the other guy's at, and then you got a guy in the slot all alone. I'd much rather the defenseman to be in front of the net. One D-man in the corner, one D-man in front of the net. Nick Cousins need to score. Fuck Nick Cousins. Scumbag. Chicken shit turtle. 2-0 Panthers. We can check the scores during a commercial break. I love how the NHL just packs on the commercial breaks in the third period. I love it, man. All right, so the Kraken up 3-1. Leafs are losing 4-2 to the Devils. Oh my God, Vancouver getting pounded by the Penguins right now. Ducks Preds still tied at 1, and Bruins Panthers still 2-0. Commercial break again. What a surprise. The third period has the most commercials out of all three. It's weird. You think you want the final frame of hockey to be mostly hockey, but I guess not. Especially when it's late in the game, it pisses me off. Yep. Me too. Me too indeed. It just slows down the game. I mean, look at the game, the last one against Detroit. There was like 10 minutes of just consistent hockey, and that's when hockey's at its finest. Hockey is at its best when it's back and forth and the play is just continuing. That's the beauty of it. You had 10 minutes in the Detroit game. Is that Mark Carney at the arena in fucking Ottawa? Nick Cousins and Pedersen for a goal tonight? Hell no, Lyndon. OT or no? Hopefully not. I wouldn't mind seeing some 3-on-3 OT, though. McDry out there on the ice with Bouchard. I feel like good things would happen. Oh, Nugent Hopkins taking his time in his own end. Damn near turned that puck over. Ekholm gets it in deep, though. We got 9:43 remaining in the third. Nugent Hopkins behind the net. Nuge trying to center it out in front to Matt Savoy. I'm feeling a Matt Savoy goal here tonight, chat. I feel like him and Howard both get their first on the same exact night. Ekholm takes a shot. Rebound! Savoy! Come on! No! That Savoy had a wide open net immediately after I said that. Fuck off. Nugent Hopkins waiting to the backhand out in front. What a save by Linus Ullmark on Matt Savoy again. He had two great chances and he couldn't bury it in the back of the net. Fuck. He was so close. So close. Savoy again. He's been buzzing this shift. You got to get that deep, Savoy. You got to get it deep, buddy. There you go. Play it back. We'll regroup. Dude, literally right before I said it, he almost scored. What was that, Connor? All right, the big dogs are out. Darnell Nurse. He's going to stop up. Hands it off to Jake Wallman. Wallman to the outside. Skating into the zone. Wallman. Shot on net. Linus Ullmark's going to play it. And the Ottawa Senators are headed the other way. North-South hockey. Claude Giroux hands it off. Pinto centering it. Overshot save again by Skinner on Artem Zub. Zub has it at the line again. Takes a shot down low. It's going to bounce off the end wall. Jake Wallman off that half wall. Oh, McDavid, that's a risky play to make, buddy. Draisaitl, luckily he was there. Leon Draisaitl and Vasily Podkolzin. They get it in deep. Ottawa's going to break out, and they're going to chip it in. 8 minutes remaining here in the third. Savoy, NHL 23 legend. Always developed very good. In NHL 23? That was a long time ago now. We're on 26 now, Stoner. 750. Perron chips it out of his own zone. Ty Emerson back for it. Take your time, Emerson. Use that net as coverage. There you go, buddy. Beautiful breakout pass. Savoy back out there on the ice. He was buzzing last shift, dude. And he's going to ice the puck. Dude, I swear to God, chat, it was like 3 seconds after I said Matt Savoy's getting a goal. He was wide open in front of the net. And somebody got a stick on it, I think. Ekholm took a shot. It deflected off of a player. And there he was. He just mishandled it. No! Oh, it was right there. And then he gets another one, too. Rebound out in front. Wow, what a save by Linus Ullmark. Nurse stopped screening Skinner. Yep. Most viewers I ever had in a live stream, I think 600, 700 for Game 7, 2024 Cup Finals. Edmonton, Florida. That was probably definitely the most. We get a lot for the NHL reveal trailers as well. When I do reactions to them, a lot of people tune in. But yeah, playoff watch parties, especially that Game 7. I mean, everybody was tuned in. Although, it was mostly made up of, like, brand new viewers. A lot of people that usually chatted that live stream, I remember. I was like, where is everybody? I have, like, my most viewers ever, but I don't recognize any of these names. 7:10 remaining here in the third. All knotted up at 2. Ty Emerson, off the glass and out. Out of the zone at least. Nick Jensen goes D to D to Chabot. Back to Jensen. 7 hard miles here in the third. Good breakout pass. Lars Eller trying to go cross ice over to Zetterlund. It's in deep. Rico, take your time, Rico. 1000th game. You don't want to be the cause of the game-winning goal. Not something you want to do. Jake Wallman over to Darnell Nurse. Nurse chips it out of the zone. Mike Howard into the middle to nobody. Not really liking that play. Oh my God! Wait, Wallman. Okay, Wallman's a little bit rusty. He hasn't played in what? 3 weeks? 4 weeks maybe? Get there, Ike Howard. Howard. Oh, that's a bad turnover by Ike. Here come the Senators the other way. Shane Pinto. Cross ice. Good play by Bouchard to intercept that. And here come the Oilers the other way. Connor McDavid with speed. 3-on-2 through the neutral zone. Draisaitl. Back. Oh, that's way too many passes, boys. Way too many passes. We got to start attacking the net. We can't just pass it over to the wall and expect a trailer to always be open. Colson chips it in deep and goes after it. McDavid's got to take that to the cup, man. Somehow find a way. McDavid back to the blue line to Bouchard. Hands it off to Connor. McDavid. Shot. Blocked by Zub. Amadio the other way. He's 1-on-3 though. Bouchard and McDavid with him. McDavid strips him of the puck. Passes it up to Leo. Leo's all alone by himself though. Chabot hands it off. Here come the Senators. Ridley Gregg driving the net. Gregg in. Trying to tuck it on his forehand. Luckily, he did not have the puck on his stick, as the Edmonton Oilers have just iced. No icing. No icing on the play. Icing will not stand. Here we go. Nugent Hopkins with a turnover. Nuge is just not himself tonight, man. Fumbling pucks. He had a chance there to rip it, and he just bobbled it. Nugent Hopkins, bad breakout pass. It's going to get deflected. That ruins the first pass of the breakout, chat, is the most important pass of the play. You fuck that one up, the play goes nowhere. You're stuck in your own end. The first pass is always the most important. What stick do I use? I use the Tracer, I think. The Bauer Tracer. I think that's what it's called. I think it's a Nexus stick. I stopped, like, keeping track of all the Bauer sticks and the names of them, like 5 years ago, so I don't really know. It's gray, blue, and black. I think it's the Tracer. Bauer Tracer. Pass to use is a wooden stick. Yes, I do. Jack Roslovic. Entering the zone. Protecting that puck. He's going to wait. Curls back. Good curl by Roslovic. Cross ice seam. Over to Noah Phillip. He's going to stop up himself. Phillip plays it in deep, but good anticipation by Dylan Cousins as he chips it into the Edmonton Oilers zone. Put the puck in the net. Yep, that's the goal of the game, buddy. The goal of the game is to score more than the opposition. Bad turnover by Nurse. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Here it is. Here's the go-ahead goal. I feel it coming here, chat. Somebody's going to have a bad turnover, i.e. Darnell. Speak of the devil. Through that neutral zone. Hands it off to Freddie. Freddie has been invisible tonight. Literally, I haven't seen him on the ice much. McDavid and Dry back over the boards. Draisaitl trying to protect that puck. Frederick, why are you stealing that? Down low. McDavid can't handle it, though. Has to go after it, chasing. Zub's going to chip it out. And it's icing. Nope. Evan Bouchard's back for it. Behind his own net. Bouchard's going to stop up. Leaves it off for Leon Draisaitl. Out of his own zone. Draisaitl through the neutral zone with Connor McDavid with him. McDavid wide. Shoot that puck, Connor. Nice. There we go. McDavid takes a shot. And a good save by Linus Ullmark. How was Nurse not in the AHL? Well, that's a little bit of an overreaction. Would you trade all commercial breaks for having commercials on the jerseys? You mean like more ads? We already have ads on the jerseys. We get literally the shittiest of both worlds. And there we go. Speak of the devil. Another fucking commercial break. You know what? I'm blaming you, brother. I'm blaming you for bringing up commercials. God damn it. Someone please score. Chat, I don't know if you guys know this, but the goal of hockey is to score more goals than the opposition. That is the target of a hockey game. You gotta win. The only way to win is to score more goals than the other team. Thank you for the sub, Stefan. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, but SHL ads, like the entire jerseys are covered with ads. Nah, that ruins it. I think they're getting a little out of hand with the ads now. They're on helmets, they're on the shoulder patch. I remember, I fucking despised it in the Stanley Cup Finals. The Cup Final logo had to be on the same exact side as the captain for McDavid's jersey because the stupid fucking ad that they had to keep on the jersey. It grinded me. I'm so OCD, chat, that just, oh, it looks so bad. I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna search it up. McDavid 2025 Cup Finals. Can I show it? Can I show it? Can I show it? Where is it at? Here it is. You guys can see it. Take a look at that, chat. Look how shitty that... Okay, that's a shit one. But you guys can see it's on the same side as the C. It should be on this side. It ruined it. It ruined all the aura that Stanley Cup Final patch has. It ruined it. Who won the Cup in 93? Montreal? Oh, they're wasting Pettersson's time? Who? We got 3:05 remaining here in the third. Ekholm on the wall. He's under pressure by Claude Giroux. McDavid back for it. Yes, McDavid. There we go. Connor, speed out of his own zone. Here comes McDavid. Hands it off to Podsy. Oh, Podsy waited way too long and then blew up his stick. He should have found Ekholm when he was open. Matthias Ekholm was wide open in that slot, and he just refused to give it to him. I don't know if he didn't see him. That would have been a good play. Would have been a very good play. Headman that puck. Oh my god, the turnovers are going to kill us here. 2:35 remain. Edmonton just very sloppy here in the third as we ice the puck yet again. Knowledge pasta, NPK, Ducks. Huh? Who's not the fucking Ducks? Is this franchise? Huh? Is who a franchise? I hate betting ads. I mean, hockey is literally covered by betting ads. Chat, if you guys are new here, enjoy the live streams, enjoy the videos, make sure to hit that sub button. I think 82% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel with notifications on, so make sure you turn them on and join our Discord. Link is pinned top of the chat. At Intermissions, we do hot takes where you can put your hot takes into a channel of the Discord. And we also rate custom jerseys. Join it up. 2:15 left to play here in the third. All tied up at 2. Senators came out flying, and it's been a pretty quiet period overall since then. Jack Roslovic through that neutral zone. Takes a shot on Allmark, and he's going to cover it up. Here's what I meant, chat. I'm going to open up the Discord, show you guys. We have two channels in the Discord. One of which is hot takes, where you put your NHL hot takes in there, and I rate them during intermissions. And then if you have any custom jerseys, we rate those as well, and the winner gets pinned to the channel. There we go, slight little plug. I think Vancouver has the worst jersey ad patch. What is it? How do I feel about YouTube ads? I mean, I can't really complain about them. That's kind of how I make money. Me personally, I bought YouTube Premium. Funny enough, though, chat, I'll tell you a story. Maybe I might not be able to. We'll see. I got locked into this game. Darnell Nurse, behind his own net. He's under pressure. Nice little delay. Jake Wallman chips it out. Ridley Gregg after it. Ottawa is forced to regroup. Shabbat absolutely fires a pass. That's high stick. That is a high stick indeed. Did Nurse play it? That's Savoy. Downloaded Darnell. Darnell behind his own net. Take your time, Nurse. 14. Why am I saying 14? Matthias Ekholm is 14. Why don't I use ad blocker? I don't know. I just bought premium like 2 years ago and never looked back. I mean, YouTube Premium's not that much, chat. It's what, like 14 bucks a month? Something like that? It's not that expensive. I like it. No complaints at all. I hated the ads. Although I'd be a hypocrite if I shit on the ads while I'm also making money off of them. Bouchard, nice play out of the zone. Leon Draisaitl. Edmonton looks a little sloppy right now. We're just gliding around watching the puck, including you, McDavid. I don't like it. We got less than a minute to go. Evan Bouchard hands it off to McDavid. Up to Leo. Back to Connor. Doesn't get on his stick. Everybody just trying to feed McDavid the puck and a little too far ahead of him right now. Artem Zub chips it off the wall. It's out of the zone. Here come the Senators the other way. 2-on-2 Drake Batherson. He's going to enter the zone. 35 seconds remaining. We do not want to give up one now. It would be an absolute killer. Here comes McDavid. Just gets the line and dumps it in deep. Bro, call the game. What do you think I'm doing, brother? That's exactly what I'm doing. Jensen dumps it in deep. We got less than 20 seconds remaining here in regulation. And the Edmonton Oilers thought it was a good idea to ice that puck. Hey, cutie patootie, I'm back. Patootie. Hate TV ads on YouTube. I might buy premium because of that. Yeah, I don't like them. That's why I bought premium. Senators own the Oilers. Okay. You guys remember back in the vid season in 2020, 2021, where Ottawa played Edmonton like 5 or 6 times, or 6 or 7 times, and we won every single one and dominated the hell out of them? McDavid and Draisaitl had like 20 of their points from that season just on the Sens. I remember it. Twitch has like 520 ads. Yeah, Twitch is bad. Twitch is really, really bad for ads. It's like unwatchable. That's one reason I never watch any Twitch live streams. And there's no premium. If you want to disregard ads, you got to pay for like, you got to become a sub for that specific channel. And it only works for one channel. So if you want to like have no ads on like 5 of your favorite Twitch streamers, you got to buy subs for all 5. Crazy. Should be like YouTube Premium, where you get no ads at all. You just buy the premium. Twitch is outdated, man. It's so weird. I don't like it at all. 6'7", 6'7". Taylor Swift, an idiot. How is Taylor Swift an idiot? Mostly watch YouTube on my TV and the ads grind my gear. Yep. All right, 13 seconds to go. Defensive zone draw. What I was saying, Chad, is I watch YouTube to go to sleep, and last night, during the middle of the night, I got an ad. I got multiple ads on my YouTube, and I don't know why. I have premium. I thought maybe I was dreaming, maybe I was tweaking out, but I was awake. Like, I remember it. I literally got ads back to back, and I'm like, what? Why am I getting ads? Actually, it didn't even register to me because I was half asleep. All right, we're going to win the draw. 10 seconds to go. Brett Kulak. Take your time, Kulak. Take your time, buddy. 9 seconds. Jack Roslovic. Back over to Kulak. Let's get that point. Let's make sure we get a point here. And we are headed to some 3-on-3 overtime, ladies and gentlemen. First OT of the season. Actually, no. It was the home opener was the first overtime, right? Watching your Pekka Pass at 25 series. Now you're so angry. It gets better. I was angry for probably the first 15 to 20 episodes. Gets a lot better after that, brother. I don't get nearly as angry. Goalie to be a pro is very hard. Were you logged out of your YT account? I could have been, but like the video didn't crash. Nothing happened. Like I have a playlist of like videos that I watch, and it just went to another one and I got an ad. So maybe I did get logged out of it, but like, I don't know. It was weird. It was so weird. I was like, I didn't even like, it didn't register in my brain I was getting an ad because I was so used to doing that before I bought YouTube Premium. And then once I fixed it, I was like, wait a minute, why the fuck am I getting ads? I shouldn't get ads, and then I got them. Maybe I did get signed out. That actually would make a lot of sense. I think I'm on 30. Damn. I think there's what, like 48, 49 episodes, maybe 50. That'll be a fun series to do in NHL 26. It will. Does use Twitch not work? No, Twitch sucks. YouTube on top, baby. Marshy cried during his tribute video. He did. Played 15 years there. Won a Stanley Cup. Went to 3 Cup finals. Was the captain of the team. Heart and soul in Boston. Can't blame the guy. All right, Edmonton. Let's have a McDavid to Dry classic here on the 3-on-3 OT, please. That would be a perfect way to end the night. We got Bouchard, McDavid, and Dry. All right, the good news is we got a point, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a point. Doesn't matter if it's against Ottawa because they're in a completely separate conference. You don't want to go to overtime with division rivals because you guys are both competing for the same exact playoff spot. But Ottawa and Edmonton, it's not even close. McDavid behind his own net. So much room to work with. Here comes McDavid barreling the other way. Connor stopping up. He's going to wait. Hands it off to Leo. Control that puck, Edmonton. Draisaitl. Faking again. He's going to find Bouchard. Gets hooked. And the Edmonton Oilers are headed to the power play. Good play by Bouchard. Fuck you, Tim Stützle. Head to the sin. Aw, stop bitching to the officials. Get in the box, laddie. Get in the fucking box, lad. Hooking any day of the week. Steve Dangle did a one-taker rage vid when Toronto lost to Seattle in OT. Yeah, I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to talk the next day. Yep, that's a hook, man. Right on the hands. They call that nail every single time in the regular season. Is Nuge going to be the extra man? He might be. Let me see. Is he out there? I'm guessing Nuge would be the other guy. Yep, he's out there. Nugent Hopkins. Draw's going to lose the draw. We're outnumbering, though. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The line. Somebody got to help him out, man. No, Jake Sanderson's going to clear it down the length of the ice. All right. Come on, Edmonton. No excuse not to bury and finish this game right now. There's so much ice to work with here. McDavid in. Hands it off to Nugent-Hopkins. Back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard. Over to McDavid. Connor McDavid. Waiting. Behind the net. He's going to wait again. He's still waiting. Down low to Leo. Leo. For fuck's sake. I didn't like that play. Here come the Senators the other way. They're going to sauce it into the corner. Sanderson first on the puck right now. They're killing clock. They're doing the right thing. Boys are a little bit too shallow in our own end. Go, McDavid. Take that puck and go end to end, buddy. McDavid up to Draisaitl. Leaves it for Connor. Boys look a little bit tired right now. I'm not going to lie. McDavid curls back. Finds Bouchard. Over to Leon Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. Come on, Edmonton. We got to finish it. McDavid walking in. Oh, why is he trying to pass that? Take the shot, Connor. Thomas Chabot. Uh-oh, 2-on-1 the other way. How are we going to give up a 2-on-1? Claude Giroux in. Giroux waiting. He's waiting. Hands it off. Chabot trying to center it back to Giroux. McDavid is going to negate the icing. Linus Ullmark's going to come out anyways. McDavid was almost gone on a B-way. Dangerous pass there. McDavid with... McDavid, what are you doing? McDavid curling. Hands it back to Bouchard. Fake slap shot. Why does nobody want to shoot the puck right now? McDavid over to Leo. Back to Connor at the top. Finding Draisaitl. Cross ice. Bouchard to McDavid. Back to Bouchard. Wires one. What a save by Ullmark. We're still got offensive zone pressure. Draisaitl over to Bouchard. Bombs one again, and Linus Ullmark's mask will come off. Draisaitl and McDavid out there for 220. Fuck. That was a good chance. Very, very good chance. Lose, you know the Sabres are the worst team ever, right? Come on, Oilers. Will the Canucks stop taking penalties? Imagine how deep the Oilers will be when Hyman returns. We're missing Hymes right now. We are. Missed them in the Cup Finals. Missing him now. Such an important part of this hockey team. He really is. Fuck, man. How do we not score here? Bouchard was just bombing them away on Ullmark, man. Absolutely bombing them away. McDavid looks really frustrated. Shaking his hands. All right. We still got 5 seconds on the power play. Waved out of the draws, Monjo. There we go. It's Savoy, Ekholm, Kulak, and Monjo. Back to Ekholm. Or that's... Oh, my God. It is a Jake Wallman game winner, baby. In the capital of Ottawa. What a beautiful play right off the draw. And Jakey, in his first game back, will win us the hockey game, baby. Jake fucking Wallman. That was bar down on Linus Ullmark. His jockstrap is in the third row. That was nothing but money. That was absolute money. I thought it was, who did I think it was? Kulak? It was Jake Wallman back there. Face-off win. Let me see that replay. It was a bomb. Bar down. Top titties. How about that, devs? Refs rigged it. Suck on that. Ottawa, worst defensive team in the NHL. That is now what? 33 goals against in the regular season. Wallman, fucking bomb. right between the ears of Linus Ullmark. Love it. Savoy gets an assist. Ekholm with a beautiful tap back. And that is bar down Sizzy. I wanted him to do the gritty. He should have grittied. Jake Wallman definitely should have grittied, but it was a rolling puck too. It was a rolling puck, and that definitely affected Linus Ullmark on the shot. Let's get jiggy with it. Ha ha! What a fucking bomb. Jake Wallman, you go. Chat. Everybody right now, if you're not already subscribed, hit that sub button for Jake Wallman scoring the OT winner. Refs rigged it. There goes the refs. Beautiful. Got back in the win column, and then we head Thursday night against Les Montréal des Canadiens. 9 p.m. Eastern, chat. We will be going live for it. Make sure you're subscribed with noties on. 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be back. Watch party, Canadians, Oilers in Edmonton. Road trip is finally over, thank God. So I appreciate you guys coming out. If you didn't already, join our Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. I got a video going up tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Live stream Thursday. See y'all then. Successful live. Thank you guys for coming out. And until next time, don't be silly, wrap your willy.